But basically, there was a path leading through the stones. This path kept going where you guys went to this giant tree, basically. The roots of that tree webbed up into the stones where the ritual happened, and the blood of the people who were fighting up there was being absorbed by the tree. The tree was awakened, essentially, uprooted itself, and is now marching north to the Martikov's winery. Now, the tree is very slow and cumbersome, especially with Esmeralda, who can track and move through the woods. You guys have an unlimited amount of time, essentially, to catch it. Because it takes them 4 hours. It's, first of all, it's slow. And if they don't have like a ranger or anything like that, like Esmeralda, it takes 4 hours plus to get there. So you guys have ample time, and your group is quick. You know, you have Nony in the group and Esmeralda, and you guys have basically, this is all kind of connected together. You guys are still fighting in the woods. So you guys can have an unlimited amount of time to catch up to this tree that's marching forth if you want to. That's the other thing too, guys. I have never, from this point forward too, there's no arm twisting. I'm not trying to arm twist you. So, like I said, like touching the models and all that stuff, I'm not going to try to do it anymore. Any questions?
So we just wait a week then. We have unlimited time for the catch up this tree.
Yes.
We go level up a few more times and come back.
So
let's go farm some zombies or something, right?
So since Strahd group, I guess we're gonna call it, we left before the tree was awakened. Do we know the tree is moving now?
Yeah, you guys can hear it, like where I've set up the map. The tree is off. I've just put out this kind of, again, some of this stuff is theater of the mind. You know, some of it can be on a battle map. Really how the battle map is utilized is if we are actually going to do combat or want to. Now, obviously, I have almost every map in this module there's a battle map for. So it's just me not being a lazy DM and actually busting it out if you want to. I have forest maps. I have cave maps, every type of scenery map. But I put this out just as, for whatever reason, just to give you, again, because doing it in theater of the mind, sometimes it's like, well, where am I? What am I doing? What does it feel like? And again, I try to increase the immersion by putting it in a battle map. Probably the adventures after the Curse of Strahd, if we keep playing past this, I'm not sure how many battle maps I'm going to be making, because it's to make them this immersive. And most of the battle maps, I just take them right from the workshop, from other creators. Like the Yester Hill map and the Gulthais Tree, those maps didn't exist, so I had to create those myself. So this is what from where we kind of ended off. What happened was Ireena was basically left on the road, basically left for dead by Mallory. Nony came up and was yelling, like, you know, and she's still in her wolf form, and she was able to call out essentially telepathically to Mallory, who came running down back. Mallory, you're just flat out exhausted. You've been running for probably, let's say, a minute, just sprinting though. I mean, sprinting for a minute in armor, or, you know, just light armor or whatever. And Mist was riding on Nony's back, who rolled A.L.A.S.T.O.R was playing you, who rolled a nat 20. I'm shutting off my phone too, because I got buzzed last time. And Mist healed Ireena and just brought her up. And to kind of recap the short rest rules, so how it works is like basically a short rest. The way we do it is 10 minutes, so you can just kind of like catch your breath, and you have to do hit dice management. Your hit dice is based off of your level. Okay, so it's more important for people who multi-class, and you get to expend as many hit dice as you want to. So let's say, just keep it basic. I'm a third level fighter. My hit dice is, I think, D10, and I can heal myself for 3d10. My hit dice go to 0. I can regain my hit dice when I do a long rest. And then there's the other type of rest, which you guys are at the Martikovs, called a full rest, which is like basically like the long rest system rules as intended in D&D. So we've applied a house rule to buff short rests, nerf long rests. Okay? Anybody have any questions about that? I don't know how it's microed in D&D Beyond. I think you can micro it. But again, there's sort of a faith system, working out here. But it's basically a way to, it does drain more resources out of the players if you're gone for 2 days or something like that. And I liked it from what I was listening. This is from the DM Dungeon Coach. All right, it's 5:15 almost, so let's just kind of begin.
So we're taking a short rest right now?
You're catching your breath. And you guys are all come down the mountain, and this is the scene. And as me as a director, I would say action or something if you want me to.
Okay. So, yeah. Oh, thank God you guys are here. Everyone's here. Who's that guy? Oh my God, who is that guy? And I run to Alistair. Hi, who are you? What?
Yeah, Mallory, calm down. First of all, what the hell were you guys doing in that circle?
It's Ireena's fault.
I was figuring shit out. And I done figured it out.
Are you still prone? It says you're prone.
I guess. I don't.
Can I help you out? I'll help Ireena.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What were you guys doing over not with us? What were you guys doing?
Being intelligent. I saw what happened in there. We have Sinros' head on us right now because of it.
Yeah.
What did we learn about approaching Timothy Chalamet? We're not doing that.
I'd like to point out that out of both of these were possibly bad ideas, but only one of them got people killed.
You're kind of right. You're kind of right. You're kind of right.
Okay, so are we, besides Sinros, are we all okay? Did anything else happen? Any injuries?
Really tired, but I'm okay.
I
hurt.
might have kind of got a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not that bad.
Ireena looks a little different. She has a neck bite. So obviously Strahd has bitten her. 2 teeth bites and blood is just dribbling down her neck. But in her mouth, as she kind of comes up from being prone, her mouth is all bloody. And Ireena tastes blood in her mouth.
So just a little bite. Okay.
Just a little bite.
It's not that bad.
And Ireena, do you know how people turn into vampires?
Yeah. You know, I have kind of a general sense. But it's not. Believe me, it's not
Want to
that bad.
share that with the group?
You're kind of far away from her too, Esmeralda. You're kind of far away from Ireena.
Okay.
So remember, you guys can move your own models.
Hello. Oh yeah, I'll take
I'm
her.
examining her
Hello.
bite marks.
Ah shit.
You
I kept the whole time,
you reach
like,
over
Mallory's
and
like,
you're.
The worst.
It's obviously
Yeah,
not
take it.
good.
Okay.
This isn't good. Like, it's kind of like with the werewolf thing. That you don't know, and like what we talked about in your one-on-one, you don't know how someone is turned into a vampire. But you look at Ireena, she's undergone some change physically.
How much knowledge would A.La.S.T.O.R have on the general process there?
None.
Okay.
Ireena's body looks firmer. Her red hair looks more vibrant. But other than that, she looks the same, but her body does look different. You don't know if she's either turning into a full-blown vampire or she's already undergone some change.
You're not gonna turn around and kill us, are you?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Something snaps in
They're
your
protecting me. Why would I do that? It's like the last thing I want to do. I mean, technically.
Sinros is dead.
Yeah, Miss, what happened to you in the circle? Huh? Did you get bit at all? Were you charmed into doing anything?
No, he just decided to knock me out.
Okay.
Or I don't know why.
Got backhanded into the next century.
Well, that was Sinros' fault.
Yeah.
I feel horrible, but the last thing I ever said to him was yelling at him. And then he died.
Imagining during this whole time, like Mallory's like doing circles on Alistair, like looking at his knees or something, and like looking at his coat, like immersed in curiosity.
Mallory, I actually have something for you if you want it. It's you know Marcus's ex-girlfriend? Yeah, I killed her and we got a gun off of her.
You do?
I'm not a huge fan of them, but if you want it, I'll take your silence as a yes.
Show me.
Is there an easy way to transfer this from my equipment to hers?
No, you have to remove it, and then she has to add it, and it should be in the homebrew item, so she should be able to add it herself.
It's called the Boomstick of Valen.
Add item.
I removed it.
But I have to do it in exchange because it's too heavy for me. I'll let's see, what can I trade because I'm over encumbered for this. Give me all my equipment, please. Okay. We'll do maybe that later. Shit, I'll just like.
Okay, and Robot Man, do you want to introduce yourself? Kind of just appeared out of nowhere, guys, and yeah, I guess seems pretty chill.
My apologies. For those of you who don't know, my name... I am an arcane lab assistant system for organized research. You may call me A.L.A.S.T.O.R. I take it you are the companions of the fellow upholding this staff. He'll show everyone Sinros' staff.
Yep, this is us. A ragtag group we got here.
Wonderful. I would like you all to accompany back to my creator. He would be very interested to learn as to what his staff has been up to.
Well, I'd be super interesting meeting him because if he's the one who made you, I'm so wow. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Excellent. Do you have any other business to attend to, or shall we go now?
I mean, there's this tree, if you haven't noticed, Alistair, that's kind of getting ready to squash a winery saved.
It is a very interesting specimen. Does it have something to do with us?
I mean, we're kind of the ones that I think awoke in it. You know, I think Sinros' blood kind of helps, so I feel like it's our duty to kind of stop the thing we helped create.
Is that so? In that case, we may want to get on the way. There's no telling when it will arrive.
Anyone have objections to stopping the tree?
Yeah, maybe after we take like 10 minutes to breathe and maybe short rest, and then we can like run for that. Yeah.
Okay. As I look at Ireena, Mallory, and Miss like completely damaged body. Okay. Sounds like might be a good idea.
I have 10 health.
Oh god.
Well, this thing seems to be moving very slowly. We could try to make it down to the winery and rest for a day and start fortifying the place while you guys take a rest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How long do we think this thing will take to get to the winery?
Infinite amount of times for our story.
Hours.
Okay, hours.
Oh,
not
hours? Not
like
days?
a days kind of option.
This thing is marching off. You see it as it sort of left your visual sight, it's been like shaking and pushing the trees around. Because this was about a 50 to 60 foot tall tree.
Okay, so it's moving slow enough we could catch up to it, but
Easily.
fast enough that we wouldn't be able to like set up shop and have a long rest before facing it at the winery. Okay.
Doing a long rest takes 6 hours. So, no.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, so our other option is to just say, screw the winery and make sure we all make it out of here. Anyone know any fire spells? You know, just light it on fire? Only Sinros was here. He seemed really good with those bonfires.
I believe I could help in that matter.
Fires.
In the fire.
I have many options available. Fire is one of them.
Ooh.
And do you know anything about this tree, A.L.A.S.T.O.R?
I'm afraid I do not.
Okay.
I believe you said you were the ones who awoke it. Do you know anything?
Well, I wasn't in the circle, so maybe we should ask the three people who were there. Do you guys remember anything that really Vampire Man told you?
Well, he was just rambling about how pretty he was and how he really wanted to show Mist and Ireena power, and he told him to stab a random guy, and
Wait. Did you guys listen to him and stab a random guy?
Well,
want to.
it was technically it was a slimy mountain man who was a disciple of Strahd, and I don't like his disciples, so I think it might have been justified.
You guys ever think that that ritual we were going to stop was to kill him so the tree could come alive?
I mean, I don't know if that was what it was. I just thought, don't do whatever Strahd says.
Good job, Mallory.
Strahd has.
Pat Mallory on the head. Okay, well, I think we should start heading kind of along this path to catch up to this tree.
Okay.
We can decide when we get closer if we actually want to engage in it.
Do we want
Why
to
don't
take
we
a short
rest
rest,
here?
or
Is that what we've been doing? Just chilling?
That's exactly what you've been doing.
Okay,
So
then
that
I'm
you
gonna
guys
whip
are all
out my
just-
lyre and I'm gonna do Song of Rest.
Okay.
My broken state.
I think some of you guys are at like 1 HP. Like
Elsewhere's
Ireena's
fine.
at. Ireena's been pretty badly injured.
Need to go shower.
Marcus, mute yourself if you're gonna talk to little buddy. But you see something strange happen with Ireena. As you guys have just been talking for like a few minutes with her there. The wounds on her neck have healed.
Has A.L.A.S.T.O.R noticed this from
Yes.
where he's? Okay.
I'm talking to everybody. Yep.
A.L.A.S.T.O.R is invading Ireena's personal space. Oh, interesting.
Hello, metal man.
He'll just be poking and prodding a little bit, just
What
like, what? Are you human? That's such fast regenerative speed.
Last time I checked, I was human. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was before you got bit by a vampire.
You're kind of right.
Do you mind if I take a blood sample? He'll pull out a big long needle. You just see a big long needle like extend from a finger.
I'm pretty sure she has enough
I'm just
blood
gonna heal it
soaking
back
her.
so you can just take it. Take it. Take it. Take
All right,
my blood.
he'll stab it in and collect a small vial of your blood and save that for later.
You stick this needle in, and I guess it's like in one of your fingers that comes out. You stick it into a vein into her arm. She rolls up her sleeve, and it kind of goes in and then comes out. With your other hand, you hold a vial. I'm assuming that's kind of how it works. And then the needle retracts back as the vial fills up.
Excellent. Thank you
Yeah.
for your
Be
cooperation.
careful
Mark
with
it on
that.
your-
If you know
mark
blood
it on the
magic,
sheet.
you could screw me over.
You have,
Ah.
you have
nothing
some
so
of Ireena's
barbaric.
blood.
Whew.
So you said we rolled our hit die, and that's how much we'll heal on a short rest. If I understand.
Yeah, I think if you
correctly?
even hit the short rest button in D&D Beyond, it'll like figure it out for you. Now,
It shows you how many die you have left.
that's
Yeah, but you have to
exactly how
roll
it
them.
works.
You have to
So
roll
what does
them.
that mean when you use a die?
A die is just like a roll, right? It's like a D8.
Yeah,
So
but like,
I don't see anybody rolling dice.
Is how much you heal.
I just
Plus your
still-
con modifier, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just like how you actually level up and you roll your hit dice for level up. It's the same concept. So if you need to roll it in D&D Beyond.
and so if we use it,
It's
what,
a,
like,
it's a resource that goes away. You get so many. They're replenished by how your hit dice are replenished. You could, so let's clarify this. You hear some wolves in the distance. How hit dice are replenished are, let me kind of skip the wolf part here in the music.
Marcus is disconnected.
Did he? I don't
It
think
shouldn't
in
be,
tabletop.
right? Yeah, the tabletop bros.
Do I need to reinvite you, Marcus?
Yeah, it'd just be easier than.
So here's how hit dice work. You use them during short and long rests, or anytime you're resting. They're a limited resource. You roll them like the hit dice you do when you level up. So for a rogue, I think it's D8 plus your con modifier.
Okay, yeah.
If you
It
get
it's
that-
actually if you hit short rest, it actually tells you what it is.
So Miss just
Does it
rolled
work,
4.
though?
Miss just rolled 4 dice, I'm thinking. She rolled
Yeah.
48, which means she used 4 of her 5 dice. But at any point in the rest, you can use any amount of dice. You can roll 1 at a time. Plus, Ireena casts Song of Rest. So, Ireena, do you want to describe what you're doing?
Yeah, so basically, everybody gets, let me just read it out, if I could find it. So any friendly creatures plus myself that can hear my performance regain hit points at the end of a short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice. Like, if you spend 1 or more hit dice, you regain an extra 1d6 hit points. So, it's just like a little...
is that 1d6 rolled by us?
Yes.
That's a little buff.
So everybody gets that automatically. Now you get 2 short rests a day. So we've buffed short rests to 10 minutes for pacing, story pacing really. But you get only 2 of them a day.
I just did the short rest thing, and it didn't roll the dice for me.
So just roll
Yeah,
it
I just
manually.
rolled them. I just rolled
Manually?
custom.
Okay.
Roll them manually. I've kind of described it. If you need me to describe it again and how it works, it's okay. I'll do it again.
8 plus 3, so...
Like Salovich Woods, you guys hear it. There's a lot of like crows and ravens. It's kind of the species, distant wolves.
While everyone's figuring that out, A.L.A.S.T.O.R will look to his shoulder where you'll see a smallish owl sitting there, and he'll just ask, Alfred, please keep an eye out on our surroundings while we take care of our wounds.
Now,
It's so cute.
I put him over here, but I'll copy paste him over here for you on the
Yeah, I
map.
was about to
There
drag
we go. And if I right click him, I go to state and I change him to Alfred Flying if I want to. Like that.
Perfect.
So you can move him wherever you want to do it. Now, I didn't add the... hold on. Put it down for a second.
Oh, sorry.
I've messed up. I'm going to go to toggles and turn on the measure movement. There you go. So now you can measure him.
Cool. Yeah, he's just going to be flying around in circles above us, just
Okay.
kind of keeping an eye out. Nothing too crazy.
Are you okay over there, Marcus?
You've been very quiet.
I'm very, very. I'm trying to understand what happened in the last 10 minutes.
Oh well, we exchanged a bit, and Ambrose is dead. Yay! I got the boom boom stick, and I'm really happy to use it. Yeah, I'll use it. Sure, yeah.
Why didn't you guys come help us though?
Uh, why don't we go and talk to Strahd? Probably because he's a vampire. Not to be trusted.
Not that, but you guys didn't come over when you saw us going into a fight against him, and maybe Sinros would still be here.
I mean, to be fair though, he was kicking our asses all over the place, so maybe it's a good thing they didn't come over. I mean, we have one vampire dead. Could be worse.
Yeah, we were dealing with Ambrosia, and we had a few berserkers surrounding us too. We couldn't easily get to you guys.
Yeah.
You guys killed a vampire?
Yeah, we killed Ambrosia.
We killed
I have
two
her-
berserkers and Ambrosia, and I have our slain friend's head in my bag. I'm trying to figure out what was going on. Our purpose here is to spread the light and shelter it, not dive further into this madness.
Well, sometimes you have to dive a little into the madness to figure out more about how to bring in the light.
Well, I don't think it's worth it if that's what you need to do. Aren't yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Marcus said himself that he had no idea who I was, and well, I figured it out. And that's what you wanted, so.
Well, then who are you?
Hold on, let me bring out my note sheet. To basically sum it up, I am a reincarnation of somebody that Strahd sees as a prize. And that's why he's so interested in me.
And what do you want to do?
What do I want to do? I want to kill him. Let's get his ass. Take his head and put it on a wooden stake right outside of
Matic, please
his
plan
castle.
another room, okay? Matic?
It appears we have similar goals. That is good to hear.
You also want to kill Strahd, Mr. A.L.A.S.T.O.R?
Yes, my master created me for the purpose of helping defeat Strahd.
Who's your master?
He's my master.
Does he have a name?
He is my creator.
Okay.
Where's your creator from?
I'm afraid I don't have such information. You'll have to ask him once you meet him.
How do we find him?
If you'll follow me, I can lead you straight to him. But it appears your friends wish to engage the wooden beast that is wreaking havoc down to whichever direction he is, south, or I guess it technically be north from where we are.
Well, I would
So
agree. We're not trying to make this land even more corrupt.
Or go stab the tree?
I would advise we set up a trap for it rather than engage it in its own territory.
We'll get ahead of it.
Yes.
Well, if we're done with our rest, I say we go.
Everyone feeling a little bit better?
Yep, I'm good. I'm here to kick some ass.
I'm feeling well, thank you.
Alright, so let's go.
All you guys have been just kind of talking to one another through this whole time. You look at Ireena. She's fully healed. All of her wounds have healed. She's at
A.L.A.S.T.O.R can't wait to play with that blood he got.
That's terrifying. I feel so much better, guys. I don't know about you.
I'm unsure if Strahd has any becoming a vampire by Strahd has any adverse effects.
I would assume it does. But let's just try to avoid that for now.
Yeah.
See if
I'm
I
gonna
can
walk behind Ireena wherever we're going. I'm
Yeah.
marching orders where I will not be in front of her.
So the marching order stuff is back over here.
Yeah.
And you can change that because you can move your own model. I'm not going to move your model, right? So you
Okay,
guys...
let's switch spots, I guess. We'll just...
Valerie, I'm gonna move you over here.
So if you guys
Yeah.
want to
I'm
adjust your
behind
marching
here.
order...
Yeah, keep an eye
Just
on me.
in case.
Yeah.
As long as I'm behind Marcus, I'm good.
I wouldn't want anything bad happening.
You know, just in case you decide to go rampage on us or something.
Yeah, if I go full blown, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Ah!
Hey, are we ready to start walking?
I think so.
Is everybody full rested? I only see Ireena roll, Mallory roll. Is everybody else good to go?
Yep, I rolled.
Okay.
And we don't gain back any spell slots though with short rest though, right?
You guys see Marcus cast a spell and just think to himself.
Are you sure you're okay over there, sir? Whatever's on your mind, you can tell us.
I think he's just upset that his ex-girlfriend died. You know, I think we should give him some time.
Okay.
I slayed a person who converted to an evil side. I had several of our party members run off. One die, and a few looked like they were trying to be in cohort with the greatest enemy of this land. So yes, I need time to think.
Okay, well, he broods. Let's just start marching.
Describe how you're approaching this encounter.
Well, are we gonna... Can we get in front of its path? Like, can we see where its path is and get in front of where it's supposed to be?
Are you guys catching up to like where it's you can kind of see it and hear it? Let's say you're getting within 300 feet, which is around a football field.
See it from above where he's from where he's flying, kind of above the trees. See its general direction.
Yep.
It's
Alfred sees it. I thought, is that the name of the bird? Alfred?
Alfred, yeah.
Oh yeah, owl though, like Alfred. That's right.
Alfred.
Not Alfred, like Batman's butler. Alfred flies up a few hundred feet, or within the telepathic range. You command it.
Feet.
Yep. It goes above the canopy. The canopy of the forest is probably around 50 feet or so. Sort of similar. The tree, this living tree, is marching north. You can't see the Martikovs from where you guys are at, or Alfred can't. What other information do you want to know?
A.L.A.S.T.O.R will just ask for, where is this location in which you are accustomed to that you fear the tree may be heading towards?
There's a winery. It was north of where we were.
The tree is heading approximately north, and is it a straight line, you would say?
Yeah, I would
as
say
much
it's
as we can
pretty
see.
much a straight line.
Yeah, we have a map. Where's the map?
You want me to?
I think Marcus
I'm
has
gonna
that.
pack. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack up the board.
I think Esmeralda
And then I-
was in charge of that.
Nope.
No,
Marcus has the map.
has it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry.
I take the map out. I was like, what is your idea?
I believe we should if we wish to engage this creature, I believe we should get ahead of it and try and set up as much of a trap as possible. It would be unwise to engage with it in its natural terrain.
I mean, it's a tree. What would you consider unnatural terrain for a tree?
Well, it's an unnatural tree, so what would be natural terrain for it?
Most likely a forest would be the last place I would wish to engage with the
So this is the way it's heading right now. And it's only been a few minutes. Probably about 30 minutes you guys have been talking. So you guys are well rested and you can catch up to it. I put the marker of where you guys are at. There's the, if you zoom into the map, there's the tree of where the original tree was, right? Now that tree is alive and marching through the woods here.
And is that still our party location?
This white, this thing, if you hover over it, there's a name to it. It says party location.
Yeah, so that's still okay. I didn't know if you were farther
Yep.
down
Based
or not.
on what Alfred can see, is the tree pretty much just making like a beeline straight for... Is it moving in a straight direction, or does it appear to be moving in the most...
It's not moving through the mountains. It's actually moving through the woods. So the terrain is rough. We're kind of on the edge of this mountain range, if you want to call it. Next to the mountain range is this towering, and you can see it, this like wall of impenetrable fog. And I described it from the last game as well.
Well, A.L.A.S.T.O.R.
So
stands.
So what's the
Okay.
plan? How are you approaching this? You guys have all agreed to approach the tree.
What kind of trap are you thinking?
Yeah, sir, you said I'm guessing it's a tree, so fire damage would probably be the best. Do you have a way to set a fire trap or something of that sort?
So long as I have an hour's worth of time, I may set a fire-based trap for the tree. So long as the rest of you can assure that the tree can be lured into a single location.
Yeah. Who's the fastest here? They can probably outrun the tree and
No.
kind of lead it into a trap.
Nony and her wolf stance would be the fastest.
Yeah, Nony, would you be down to take that on?
Sure. I may also have something that they want,
Okay.
because I have a second piece of the amber.
Oh, so you think it's going to the wineries to get the other amber?
No, I think it has the other amber. I think that like might call like.
Oh. Okay. I don't know how magic works.
Alright, so
And do you want the staff? Do we think the tree will have any of those little things with it, or no?
I think that'd be a good question for A.L.A.S.T.O.R.
What
These
creatures
yellow
do you
little
speak of?
buggies.
The
Those brambling creatures, right?
Yeah.
got it. Set
I'm
the trap
unfamiliar.
right there.
Blights?
Yes.
I think they're called blights.
Yeah.
Those little twig creatures.
I don't know, DM, would I have any information on such creatures? Feels like something I probably wouldn't.
I'd probably say no.
I would say right there is where we could set it. So somewhere where we can assure the tree may be, because if not, it'll be a big waste.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
We do have
so,
one fire spell.
okay. So I think since Mallory's more of range, me and her, I can do range as well. Can probably be more towards like flanking on the sides. Then if you set up the trap in the middle, you can have Nony try to chase it into the fire trap, and the
Just
rest of
one
us
thing,
can...
I'm very noisy.
As you guys are
With
walking,
Jamie?
you guys are kind of walking in the woods now, I'm assuming. I'm just going to move the icon up a little bit, like there. Because so the owl can kind of keep visual distance with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're walking through the woods, Marcus is very loud.
Clank, clank, clank.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Walking as the armor of the last vengeance. You know, he's making a lot of noise in the woods.
Can you be any quieter?
It's not a part of my way.
Then perhaps remove the armor for now. We need to be a little stealthy, sir.
I can stay farther back, but this armor doesn't leave my body until I rest.
Okay, so what
If
we're
you guys
doing-
need
so-
to, if Marcus, you want to adjust to Marcus, we have the marching order, which is like our mini battle map.
Oh, sure.
You want to try to touch your model and move it, if you guys want to move away from Marcus.
How stealthy are we trying to move through these woods?
We don't really need to be stealthy, as I would say. We need to be quicker.
Yeah,
I mean,
speed
it's a
is.
giant tree. I don't think it's got like ears to hear you.
So Marcus
Stealth is
is
key.
now kind of far away from you guys.
Yeah. I would say because of the wolves and stuff, like, we're not being stealthy anyways, so they're wolves. They'll be able to sniff us out, hear us, anything like that, no matter what, if we're not being truly stealthy. So I think it's fine if Marcus playing's with us.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so what we're doing is that A.L.A.S.T.O.R puts a trap close to the winery. Esmeralda and I go flank it with our ranged weapons, and what are the rest of the people doing?
I'm waiting to smash it.
I will do whatever it is you guys need. I'll have the branch in case if any of those things pop up. I don't know if they will, though.
I'll sit back and I'll cast spells and buffs and stuff.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, I guess first, do we need? So, is the tree like along the path we're taking? I guess.
I'm gonna say that it's not. The path is just loose. You know, path that whoever the map creator created this map to try to direct you guys into the mountainside. The tree is, again, like I would probably say a few hundred. I would say about 400 feet ahead of you, marching through. You're using your owl to scout it out. If you listen, between the wolves howling and the crows doing, you can hear the branches crack and bend.
Okay.
But you have to
I kind of
listen
assumed
very
this thing was,
carefully.
like, towering above the trees, but
It is very big, and but you'd have to get closer with the owl to, you'd have to get a lot closer to actually get the full assessment on it.
okay.
It's moving very slowly. It's not very quick because it's just a lumbering chunk of wood, if you want to think about it. It's a tree. And you guys could tactically set something up if you wanted to. You could have Esmeralda go around. But again, I'm not trying to metagame. So you guys have to know your own character sheets and work together as a party or figure this out a way you want to do it. I have not prepared a battle map for this, so this is on you guys if you want to even engage it.
A.L.A.S.T.O.R, what's your plan besides me just charging at this thing?
I advise we get far enough ahead of it to gain at least an hour's time so that I may set up a proper arcane trap. Otherwise, an ambush would be more appropriate, but that may be more difficult. given the size and density of trees around it. A clearing seems to be the best option in engaging it based on its appearance.
Sorry.
Okay, so let's move in front of it and then keep pushing the pace.
So how this works, guys, is basically you guys all come together with the plan. It sounds like you guys are all wanting to engage the tree. You guys are formulating a plan. I will then reiterate the plan back to you as the dungeon master to confirm it before we begin an encounter, which I will set up. Originally, I heard you guys wanted to engage it at the Martikovs, the actual winery. Now, do you guys want to engage it in the woods, is the question. Where do you want to engage this thing?
Can we find a clearing that's going to be like along its path, but like in front of it?
Knowing the woods pretty well, like there could be a path, if you want to. Like if I'm loading a forest map up, they'll be similar to the one we just loaded up.
Yeah, like I'm guessing that's fine.
We'll say it's a loose path, and you guys haven't described this trap very well either. That, Nony is supposed to go ahead. It sounds like quite a ways, distract this tree, and then draw it into a trap.
Well, so here's the thing A.L.A.S.T.O.R can do, given enough time. He needs a single hour to create an arcane spell.
It can be done. You
Yes,
guys can move far enough ahead, spend the hour, and find this path that you're talking about. I will allow it.
Yes, let's just say this is the arcane trap. If he's given additional time, he could even mold trenches out of the earth in various ways to try and create a funnel, or even small barricades, need be.
Can we erase this? It's really over here, Alistair.
Yeah, I know. I'm just using.
Okay, sorry.
I'm just using this as a drawing board.
Okay, I'll shut
nothing
up.
else really around. So the entire point is, if we can get the tree, he could erect like 5-meter high walls of dirt to protect from basic attacks or something like that, should need be, and just a single path. The biggest thing is we need it to come within I think it's a 20-meter radius of this glyph. Let me make sure I've got my 10 foot. So yeah, it needs to be in a 20-meter diameter of this.
But it's invisible, right?
Unless this thing has insane investigation.
So
then yes, this
here's
is
what I'm going to
basically
say
invisible.
how it works, okay? Is that you describe this to Nony as there's like basically a glyph of warding is the name of the spell. Is going to be laid into the earth. It's going to be invisible, but Nony will know in the forest where it's at if it needs to happen. So Nony will be able to do exactly what you're saying, the plan. She will run past it, where she will try to maybe taunt this thing to where it will run into it.
That is what I can offer. Outside of that, I have many options of fire spells, but...
How far away is Nony going to be from the group to try to... So you guys aren't seen by this tree or the encounter to where, if Nony gets caught alone.
I will be about 150 feet away from them in the forest on the road.
Okay.
And I will stay 60 feet in front of it as we're going, but be within its eye line. And
how do you want to taunt the creature?
I can talk to anything with my tiara, correct?
Correct. I mean, this is considered, it's speak with animals, and for technical purposes, this is a plant. So you cannot... Now, originally, the way I set it up, Nony, was it was supposed to be an RP thing.
Right.
Where you could speak with anything in your shapeshift form. Because Orion was the original holder of the crown of Orion. And his idea was he was a powerful shapeshifter that could speak with anyone in any language, essentially, it would telepathically. And how it could be communicated to is through voice, just emotions almost. It wasn't even like a language. something very druidic. So I mean, I'll buff it to where you can
Okay,
speak with.
that's
I don't want to
fine.
say you don't want to speak with plants, but this is more as long as the creature is sentient. It has to have like an intelligence of 3 or something,
Okay.
If you want to put a rule on it.
In that case, I can just talk to it in Druidic.
I'm looking up its intelligence.
Also, didn't you think you were going to taunt him with the amber?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, what amber are you talking about, Nony?
You said that I put the amber into the crown. That the crown had some amber in it, and that's why it was powerful.
There's no amber in the crown. The crown is just a powerful artifact that you found in the basement of the Durst Manor.
Oh, okay.
You have
'Cause you
no
said I
amber
found
right
the
now.
Amber, and then I found the crown. So
You
alright.
sense the amber coming from the Gulthais Tree.
Okay.
So
then I
you
missed
know there's amber resonating or amber-like energy resonating from the Gulthais Tree, but the Crown of Orion is just a very powerful artifact that resonates powerful bending magic.
something. Okay.
It's okay if we don't play all together, all the time. It's easy to forget details and facts. Marcus does it all the time too. Marcus thought he knew
real
where
life.
Marcus thought he knew where Thomas Vigil was once from our previous game. So, does anybody so far the plan seems from the dungeon master perspective? I understand it, and we'll make a roll.
And
Okay.
in that time, Esmeralda and Mallory are shooting from a distance.
I'll put
Yeah,
you on
we're
the
on
sides of the
either
road.
side.
So
Yeah,
how
we're
the
on
battle
either
map
side.
will be put, there'll be a path. In the center of the path, there's going to be something. Nony has to make a roll, though. I mean, and I'm going to drag Nony into another channel where I do a one-on-one with Nony, and she, of course, can go back and forth to the group to relay more information as she gets closer to the encounter. Because Nony is getting within visual distance, so unless Nony makes, you guys are level 5 now, so we got to kind of step it up a little bit.
I think the 5-foot walls will probably just hinder, like me and others, because this thing's quite taller than 5 feet.
How about
Do
this?
we-
How about to
do
make it
we
easier for you guys, I will actually put out a trail so you guys want to be more detailed about it so you can actually see what's going on, okay? Rather than just working on this map. Can you erase that?
Yeah.
And then I'll put out your model so you guys can position yourself. Nony will not be out there because Nony's on a different map, I'm assuming. I'm just relaying kind of the battle map so you guys can tactically plan it.
Do we need to worry about projectile attacks from such a creature?
Unknown.
I can set up small 5-foot walls just in case you need to duck behind it for a projectile attack from the individual.
It would take I would say 15 minutes, 20 minutes to set up this. If you want to bring up the earth and mold it to maybe 3/4 cover. How about let's put out the battle map to make it easier for you guys to understand what's going on.
Technically, I can instantly excavate the earth, but yeah, it probably would take some time to
It's
actually
5
shape
by
it into
yeah.
something.
You can move it up. It's you just want to pull up like a mound of dirt.
If I have no time, then pulling up a mound of dirt's the best option. If I have time, then I'll actually make proper cover. So it's all based on how much time I have here.
I'm putting your guys' models out. I'm even putting Nony out there. But so you guys are this is where you guys. Let's think about this. You guys have moved far ahead to do this because Nony's supposed to draw the monster
right
in
here.
or draw the encounter in to you guys. So you guys get to move your models wherever you want to move them and whatever.
Which direction will the creature be coming from?
It
Be
can come
south.
I'm going to just say it's coming from this direction. Let me put out the little compass to kind of clarify anything. The
Right, I
compass
see
is
it.
right there, I guess.
So it's south going north, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Just
I'll delete the
so-
compass because you guys are smart enough.
Plop.
So
That's where you want to put the glyph?
let's give some margin for error here. I keep forgetting how large these battle maps technically are. Based
They are.
on
I mean, you can use the ruler. There's 12 inches or 60 feet, right?
Uh-huh.
So we can
hi,
set it right
Sinros.
here, so that way we have some margin for error if we need to direct it into one area
Now,
or another.
Now, Marcus is like motionless, like hiding behind a tree. I mean, he doesn't, I don't know how you guys want to like start the encounter really, because essentially the start of the encounter is like this tree walks into this explosion, and then you guys are all just starting to shoot at it or something, I guess.
So I'll move my guy forward.
So, Alistair, can you build me a mound of dirt? Right
Yes,
here?
let me know anything you want me to do beforehand.
Just use your
because I will need
pencil.
a full hour of.
Alright,
To mark the
draw it
mounds of
myself.
doom.
Yeah, just mark where you want me to. Oh, you want to be ahead of the.
Oh, can I grab you?
Okay, I mean, yeah, I'll put it up wherever you ask.
I'm not touching your models. You have to have the complete player agency to tell me where you want to go and what you're trying to do.
You have Sinros' model out here.
I do. I copied basically. He's back from the dead. Where's he at? Sorry about that.
I pull the head out and I look at that and I look at
There you
him.
go, Alistair. It's easy to make such mistakes, I guess.
Real quick, I'll pull up a quick mound of dirt over here just for Esmeralda.
Okay.
So that should just take maybe
Yeah.
a minute or so based on mold earth.
Yeah,
It's
for
not
sure.
going to be anything fancy.
I'm giving you guys enough time. I'm not too strickler about this, right? I'm not like there's no clock or anything.
Does anyone else want a very rudimentary cover?
I guess I could take a mound, maybe like here-ish.
Okay, that's quite the area. That's going to take a little bit longer here.
Okay, well I can shorten it then about the same. Oops. Okay.
Basically, what Alistair has done over here is he's basically created, I'm going to say, half cover mound.
And I can hide
This is just
behind
something
it,
you
correct?
can
It gives you
duck
plus 2
behind.
AC. Yeah, and you can hide behind any
Yeah.
object. There's trees, rocks everywhere.
Yeah, I mean I've got
Esmeralda,
stuff in a tree
I know
here.
you guys are trying to use some abilities, but Esmeralda could just like hide behind this tree and pop out too. I mean,
Yeah, I'm doing a stealth check, so I'm now hidden behind this. Like,
yeah.
where they won't see me.
Well, we have basically how it works is that like I'm gonna assume you're hidden. I'm not gonna.
It's a little bit far, isn't it? What's the range on that? 60.
I broke it. I don't know how to pick myself up. I turned into a ruler.
You can't hit the F1 key to switch back to the hand mode.
Oof.
You go from F4 to F1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, so do you just want like that?
Actually scrap that because I think I'm good. I can just like
You're
maybe
good?
hide behind like the tree or something. I can like hide here or here.
Okay.
And also
it's
I
up to
got
you.
I got a pretty good range with my weapons.
Are you going to use your new boomstick, Mallory? So you have to know what gun you have out and how you're
Yeah,
going to
right
use
now
it.
I'll have Jamie. I'm just wondering character moment if she gets the boomstick right now.
Yeah, she does. Esmeralda gave it to you.
No, I mean like character thing. Will she
Okay.
use it right now?
That's up to you.
No, right now she's
fine,
gonna.
It's fine gnomish craftsmanship. It was obviously like a gift of some kind, maybe that Strahd gave Ambericius.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right now she's gonna keep with Jamie, and if things go bad, she's gonna take like a turn to like switch.
Marcus is sitting right out in the middle of the road. Nony is kind of on the side of the road. I don't know where everybody else is. Everybody else is in the bush hiding. Mist is sort of off to the side, but she's not behind a tree.
Are we
I'm gonna-
considering the trap laid at this point?
I'm
Yeah.
considering
Like
the
the
trap.
cliff?
I'm
Okay.
considering everything's kind of going. The trap takes an hour to put down.
Yes.
That's on you. You have to tell me if you're going to do it, and then you have to mark it on your character sheet.
I have marked that I have used the 3rd level spell.
And you have to use the components, which is a 300. You have the
Yeah,
300
that's
gold
the
piece with
only-
the gem. So you've used
Only
the
use of
gems.
this. Hey, get down. Sorry, dog.
So how Alistair has done it is he's gone up here and sprinkled some very valuable, like diamond dust. It sparkles in the cloudy sky. It's very shiny. He whispers some incantations, and a sigil forms in front of it. It takes him an hour to do this whole system while you guys are kind of preparing. Does Nony want to break group, or you have questions? This is on you guys now.
Real quick, how specific and can I add multiple triggers to this?
Tell me. You tell me.
I would like if I can make multiple triggers, I'd like the first trigger to the glyph be anything that above, I would guess 500 pounds walking over this will set it off.
That's your condition. Is you want so even if Nony moves over it in her wolf form, she won't trigger it.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's
allow
going to take a huge creature, basically.
Yep.
I could even say that, I guess, just like whatever classified as huge or giant creature, because it's going to be a very large tree.
Your master formed you well.
And
if you don't have it, let me give you an inspiration token for that. That's kind of cool. Where's the inspiration? Do you have one on your table? Here you go, A.L.A.S.T.O.R. There's an inspiration. And I didn't get... Everybody also gets a fate point. So does anybody not have fate points? Let me know.
I don't have mine.
Mallory, you have one. Miss, you need one, Nony. There you go. I'm just pulling out tokens. If you guys want to talk,
I don't have a fate.
So I'm going to enlist the help of anybody that isn't doing anything. And I have a spell that allows me to instantly light campfires. I can't set things on fire with it, but I can light up campfires. So I'm going to set up campfires in a way that would drive the wood creatures into the trap.
Prestidigitation?
It is not. It is Druidcraft.
I
I have
have sacred.
prestidigitation. I could use that technically.
I have sacred flame. It's a cantrip.
Does that actually set things on fire? Or?
I don't know. It says flame like
Waiting.
radiance.
you guys want to cast some fire.
Well, sort of. I'm not casting the fire at it. I'm setting up campfires in a line that would light up as they go to drive them into the circle.
You're
So
talking
I
about
can-
maybe like a...
Light them up as they go.
Oh, you want to create like a barrier of like brush or something like that could be easily put on fire.
Yes.
Like kind of like a wall of fire.
Sure, I can help you grab some.
Yeah, I'll help
sticks and
grab some.
twigs.
So you guys put some twigs out. Someone's penciled in something here. Is that where you want to put it?
That was me. Nony might have a different idea there. I just drew something just as an example. I can erase it if need be.
Because we know it's coming up this road, right?
Yep. It's coming from here. But nobody has scouted the creature yet. And you guys are really far away from him now. We will bust down the time cube now. And I will say it's going to show up in 20 minutes. As Alistair spent an hour doing this. Esmeralda has helped you guys weave through the woods quickly. And you guys are setting up a trap.
Now, quick question.
Yep.
If we have fires in the... Or not question for DM. But if we have fires in the middle of the road down here, that could dissuade it from coming down the middle of the road.
You're
I'm all
muted-
for
you're
the
muted there,
bonfire
Nony.
leading it in one direction idea. But,
Not lit yet.
okay.
Yeah, they're
It is
not
a
lit.
little-
We're gonna light it once it walks through.
You want to
can't
like...
escape.
Okay, so you're going to have these little bonfires where you want to have a bunch of fire around it.
Yeah, wouldn't you want then like a line in the back so when it walks over it, you could light it so it doesn't turn back around? Because at this point, I'm going to be yelling at it to come closer and like
Just
trip
trap
that
it in.
magic thing.
Yeah, that's
You
It's
make
coming
a
from-
circle.
this direction, right?
Correct.
So yeah, I
Roll
want
a
as soon as it
survival roll,
passes
Esmeralda.
where they are, I
Yeah.
want to light them up,
Yes.
Okay.
so it cuts off escape.
Right.
Here, I'll light it from my spot, so it'll just kind of follow the path.
It's like a football thing, guys. What are all these white
We
marks
expect-
now? I don't understand. Are these more
Oh,
brush
that's
fire?
like more brush. Yeah,
Okay.
that's brush. Yeah.
All right, guys.
And I will say before the tree fully arrives, Alfred will land on Marcus's shoulder.
Okay, you want your owl on Marcus's shoulder.
Yes, at least right at the start.
Okay.
And in preparation, GM,
Yep.
you have an elk token.
You want an elk. trying to find the
I'm
wall
going
of fire.
to need a lot of elk tokens.
You want an elk token. Why do you want an elk token?
Because I can conjure animals.
That's right.
And elks are 1/4 difficulty, which means I can summon 8 of them.
Take that.
like a herd
elks
of
will
elks.
gnaw on your wood.
Now, how I kind of want to work with like multiple summon creatures is we won't roll on them individually. We'll roll them as like a group or something for group
Okay.
damage and group hits to speed things up. So I'm gonna just show you guys a cool little effect. So here's like a wall of fire.
Oh,
my
that's
God.
cool.
Yay, let's
So
go.
how you guys want to have like this, or you guys want to kind of like do it like this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on fire now.
But like a
Go.
bunch of
That's
them.
epic.
Do you guys want me to put it like this? So like this
Yeah,
is how
that's
the
perfect.
like this is the idea. Like you have a bunch of brush, but we also have like a lot of brush here too. Where do you want these elk to come from? Like what's going on with the elk?
I will cast it when they get here, but they're
Because that's just part of the combat, right?
yeah,
Okay.
it'll be back here.
I'll go grab some elk models.
So one thing I just read, I was reading through this Goliath staff. It says Blightbane. While you're attuned to the staff, which I am, blights and other evil plant creatures do not regard you as hostile unless I go to attack them. So I don't know if that would be useful or not. But I thought you'd let you know.
You can totally stand out in the open and just heal us.
Yeah, pretty much. It won't attack me unless I attack it.
Oops. Okay.
Just one little weird question. Since the tree is going towards the winery, shouldn't we have a wall of fire to block to be sure if it survives the explosion, it can still have something to work on? Because with the size that it has, I don't think it might take a full round for it to turn around and then start walking back, and it seems like a lot of effort. So I think he will just like be plowing through. Or
It's
that's too
slow
much
enough that I
resources.
think we won't need like a ton of
Yeah.
stuff for it to
How is
escape.
the fire being lit?
I am going to light it with a whatever I have to light things
A
with.
tinderbox, I think.
Yeah, a tinder
It's
box.
called.
Yep,
You
I
have
have a
one?
tinder box. I'm lighting it with my tinder box. It starts where I'm at,
And then it's gonna you're
go
gonna try
around
to
in the U.
okay make
So
a
I'm gonna wait till
survival.
it, like,
You have to make a
passes.
survival roll because you gotta be able to like put the right
mean,
kind
we-
of brush down. Because I mean, if
Alright,
you've ever tried to
23?
light,
Do it.
yeah, we'll allow it.
23?
Yep, we'll allow it to happen. So the brush and everything is there. I'm gonna just take the effect and turn it off for now.
Oh,
But
because
it
it's not on
should
until it passes through. So
it should shut
Yeah.
off, but I don't know why.
What we can do, we can maybe both do it, Esmeralda, because I also have one.
oh yeah, yeah. You light it from your side. I'll light it from mine.
So it's just go like whoosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow it.
Cool.
What was I gonna say? Oh,
Stella, here.
Just gonna move them out until we actually light them, but I just want to show you the plan before it's executed. Can someone erase this thing here?
yep, I can.
So how is this creature getting here now to actually fall into the trap? We were gonna have Nony scout up ahead and try to draw this creature forward. Nony was going to try to taunt this giant vampire tree.
So,
From
real
Yester
quick,
Hill.
A.L.A.S.T.O.R has heard that blood is the thing that brought this in, right? Like, to life. He will give Nony the vial of Ireena's blood and just say, if nothing else works, you might try this. Who knows? It may be more vampiric than tree.
Okay. I'll put it on your sheet, Nony. So it sounds like the plan has come together. People are in position, so put your characters in the final position as Nony, I'm assuming, is going up ahead to try to make an attempt to taunt the tree. So what Nony needs it. So Nony, do you want to do anything before we get it? I got your elk models. Is there anything else?
Well, does it look like it's heading this way, or do I need to do anything in particular, or does it look like it's not gonna hit this section?
I'll make a d20 roll. The higher I roll is worse for you. If I roll low, I will assume that you don't even need to do it. I had to probably roll like a 5 or lower, so it will require some interaction. But it's in the general. It's heading in the general vicinity, but it's not heading directly over this well-laid trap.
Okay.
The gods are not that lucky today, it seems.
Do I have enough time to lay out some additional small brush fires that I can set off as it goes towards it and herd it in this direction?
Make a nature roll.
Let's just burn down the whole forest. What's it needed for, right?
12. I don't know. Did you see that?
I see it. It's a 12. The DC is low. You know that trees and plants, they don't like fire. So if you let a fire or something and try to draw it, it'll actually do the opposite effect. It'll probably repel
Well,
it
no.
away.
I mean, I'm not trying to draw it to the fire. I'm trying to herd it by setting fires. So if it's heading straight, I want to put a fire here so that it veers.
You're going to need Esmeralda's help, and time is of the essence right now. So how about you're making a roll with advantage? Do you want to use Esmeralda to try to set up an additional damage before it approaches the battle board? Is that what you're trying to say? Now the thing is, the way you guys have set up the fire on the battle board, it's not a bad idea, Nony, but it could probably just avoid it. You know, you're setting up, you'd have to burn the whole forest down to try to do what you're saying. And, you know, it'd have to be crazy to walk directly through fire. Now, the way you guys have done it, you guys set up like a trap where the fire is surrounding it so it can't run back, essentially, or if it does, it takes wall of fire damage or something like that. Do you understand? Is that acceptable?
I understand.
But if you want to, we can make a roll, and then I can make a roll, and I'd have to roll really low. I'd have to roll like a 2 or lower, because otherwise it's going to try to sidestep around. It's a 70-foot tree. From what you understand, I mean, just thinking about it mentally, it probably has giant legs to try to like move around things if it needs to. While it does move slowly, you know. You remember back in the Deepwood Vale, like plants that would come to life, did not want to be around fire at all. And they would do whatever it takes to like shun away from it or.
All right. So I'm going to do that. In addition,
Okay.
I can create a puff of wind or sound of a small animal or the faint odor of a skunk. Would I be able to use that in order to mimic the smell of the blood?
It would require like, it doesn't say blood on there. It sounds like an animal thing, but we're assuming like animal blood, but it would require an overcast. The DC is 5.
If you ask A.L.A.S.T.O.R, he has prestidigitation.
Okay, well, Alistair, if you could do the smell of the blood then down.
Well,
Although,
you can
how would
create
that
a
work? 'Cause
smell,
I technically
right?
don't have a sense of smell. I don't know about that.
Alistair doesn't breathe.
Sorry, I didn't think about that.
There.
Alistair has never tasted the wine from the nice wine from the winery, and unfortunately, he never will be able to. I guess. Input sensors incorrect.
Can I lead it with the staff?
It'll just require a roll, Nony. I mean, if you want to try to
You
create
could try,
some.
Mist. It's an idea.
I mean, I'll let you roll a nature roll. You're going around the forest. I mean,
13.
For brevity's, I'll allow you to do it. I'll allow you to basically aid in the roll. When you try to get this creature to come, I'll allow it to be done with advantage, because you're trying to create a blood smell based on the recommendation from A.L.A.S.T.O.R. So I'll allow a roll. When you have to do the roll to draw it out, you can roll it with advantage. Does anybody want to do anything else?
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on it as soon as I see it. So like before initiative is even rolled. Should I just cast that?
Basically, how it
now?
works is like, what's the range on Hunter's Mark?
90 feet.
I'll assume you'll have it on it when the encounter starts.
Oh, wait, let me
Basically, you
press
just point at it and you do the gestures, and you point at it. I think, or it's
Yep.
a verbal gesture, a verbal component to it. Marcus is sitting out in the middle of the road with Alfred. If you roll over Alfred's
I'm
name,
gonna
it's
I'm gonna
spelled-
cast Shield of Faith when it comes into range as well.
Okay.
like
Does
when I
anybody
see-
else want to cast basically ready a spell before the encounter begins? So we have Marcus casting Shield of Faith. We have Esmeralda casting Hunter's Mark. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm readying a bullet, I guess.
Yeah, your gun is loaded,
could
ready to
do-
go, and cocked.
I could do Cloud of Daggers, maybe. Like when it gets into position.
I'll say this
Sure.
then: before or as Marcus casts his Shield of Faith, when that comes up, I will, through A.L.A.S.T.O.R, cast a 2nd level Dragon's Breath of fire onto Marcus, so he'll be able to use the Dragon's Breath.
Okay, Marcus needs to look up Dragon's Breath to
Yeah, I'll have
understand
to
it.
look that up.
So it's a 2nd level wizard spell.
It'll
So-
Ireena, just as a note, that cloud of daggers will be really great on the opposite side of the flame. So when the flames go up, if you stick it in front, they have a choice of walking through blades or walking through fire.
Dragon's,
Yeah.
Dragon's Flame.
Where is
Dragon's Breath.
where is your character, Ireena? Oh, there you
I'm
are.
like around this tree.
You're really hidden. I can't even find you myself. So you're going to be probably pretty hidden from the enemies as well.
Yeah.
Are we ready to begin the encounter? Miss, do you want to cast any spells or ready any spells before the encounter begins as well? Do you maybe want to bless everyone? I don't know.
No, I don't actually have bless. I used the scroll, so I don't have it anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, are we good to go?
Let's go.
So I'm going to require Nony to jump into Discord so I can drag her into the DM Whisper channel. And then I will mute myself in Zoom. And Nony is already muted. So I will basically describe what she sees, Nony sees, and so forth. And if you watch the VOD back, you'll obviously hear us talking, but that's okay. Okay, Nony jump into AFK. So I'm going to mute myself now. Okay, let me see if I can drag. Can you hear me?
It occurs to me. I don't know that smell is going to
You
make
can
much
hear me, right,
difference
Nony?
since it's a tree, but
Okay, you haven't
Yeah,
unmuted
not
yourself.
just that, but
So
I've got,
you're
like-
muted
well,
in Zoom.
She's not imitating my blood anymore, is she? So I think we're fine.
Are you there?
I mean, technically, I gave her a vial of Ireena's blood. Does it seem like something? Could be interesting.
Well, we don't know. I mean, now it's like walking
Oh, Nony vanished.
towards life forms, so maybe it will work. We don't know.
Yeah, I actually don't know why it's even headed
Nony,
north.
can you hear me
I
okay?
assume it's going to the winery.
Yes, can you hear me?
But like,
Yes, I hear you. So I hear all these other guys too, which is a
You'd
little...
have to assume it's just going
Yeah,
towards
give
the
me 2
highest
seconds, I'm trying
populated
to
area.
figure out how to-
to
I don't
north.
think we can.
It's gonna
There we
really
go.
suck if we don't.
No, I
get
sent
it
them
here.
to my
That was a
headset.
really
Now I
expensive
can talk to you and hear you.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I feel like
I can't figure it out on
Strahd
my
told
end.
it to do something, and I can't
So I'm going to have to
remember.
do this or
I
something.
don't think Strahd ever said anything to the
Do you want to
tree.
make a stealth
Really
roll while you go
odd.
up to these guys?
Okay.
He just
Just
said
like-
like, oh,
I'm asking
blah
you
blah
if you want
blah.
to.
I'm
He
pretty,
was
blah blah
like-
blah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
but-
kill
Actually,
everybody
no.
except me.
You just want to
Yeah,
be out in
actually,
the
She
open.
was
I
already
was like-
gone when it
Yeah,
started
because I'm trying to
moving.
distract
That's
them and get them
right.
over there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get them to
I
follow me.
fled.
So I think a stealth roll would be
Yeah,
kind
I
of
grabbed you and
counterintuitive.
I was
This
like,
tree
"Let's
is like
leave."
giant. It's probably
You left
around
me.
70 feet tall.
You were on the ground.
I wasn't dead
I had 8 strength at the time. I
It
can't physically
I'm gonna
drag
say
you.
I have to make
Dang,
a
I also have
roll,
8
like
strength.
a perception roll with it. See
Well,
if it
me
kind of
too,
nourishes
and
you
well, you know,
as it's
We're
slowly
all
lumbering.
anymore.
I'll
It
Yeah,
fails,
thank
so,
goodness for Nony and
meaning that it doesn't
form.
do anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't do like
Well,
something
they're-
advantageous
Real G.
for it.
Two pretty low rolls
With it though,
by
you
the
see
tree, so I guess
He's
probably
rolling
a
two
good
for
roll.
safety.
druids
panic.
and 2 berserkers. One is holding the spear.
I don't know. I feel better
from
that it's making low rolls.
The
yeah.
That's-
you see it. One of the guys is holding the
big
spear, the
monkey,
bloody
like,
spear that was
hunk of
used in the effigy
Well,
on
didn't he say
in the
before it had to
ritual of
be at
Yester
less
Hill.
than
If you remember
5?
that
So
Yeah.
from last session, that was piercing this
Yeah.
sort of effigy of Strahd.
It was less than
I'll
5.
look at it and it's
Um,
gonna collapse.
Yeah.
I'm assuming these guys. So you have a chance to make a stealth
I kinda
roll
forgot
now,
that I
and
have
go back to the
telepathy,
group and
so I can
relay
talk to
information that
any
you've
of you
seen
guys at any
additional
point if I want to.
Oh.
figures.
Oh
with
yeah, that's
this
right.
guy.
Because you took the feet.
Yeah, I took
Like the druids or whatever, or do you just want to
So as long as you're within 60
you
feet
just
of
want
me, I
to
can
distract them and get the
telepathically
encounter started?
talk. And you talk back. That's the
Probably
language.
wouldn't hurt to try and get that information back to the rest of the party.
Okay, I'll allow you then
I
one
guess,
more
like, just
attempt to
in
try to
gestures-
draw
in
it out.
gestures,
Okay.
like you're hearing. Are you okay? Yeah. And then if I'm just like,
So I'm gonna move you back. I'm gonna move you into the silence
It does
channel.
not give the
in
creature the
Discord.
ability to respond to you telepathically, so
Okay, I've unmuted
Yeah.
myself for
Yep.
this. Nony is coming back to the party to relay some information.
That's not good.
Hello. So it's not just the tree, it's also some druids and some barbarians. So just be prepared. There's more than just things that are frightened of flames.
Can we make a circle now? of fire.
do we
Hey,
keep?
If it's more than one person, we should probably move back from our current place so we aren't seen before the tree gets to the trap.
Yeah, I think that's just Marcus.
But the only,
and-
yeah, because they have to light. The idea was they have the tinder boxes. Mallory and Esmeralda light the tinder boxes when the encounter starts, and this basically a dry brush will just erupt into flames.
Does Mallory have gunpowder on him? Or Mallory, do you have gunpowder on hand?
Let's just ask her.
I mean, we haven't really talked about it. I don't know if she would character-wise, but on my character sheet I don't right now. But
I'm going
Of course she
to
does. She
hand-
fires all the time.
I'm going to hand Mallory my thing of alchemist fire.
oh, okay.
I also have a tender box too, just for
I
like
think-
basic fires.
Yeah, I think that's like in the basic
I was just gonna-
adventuring kit.
A.L.A.S.T.O.R would have
Mallory
recommended maybe
Nony
have a
has to go
small-
back pretty much right now for the trap to work.
Okay.
Alchemist
Bye bye.
fire.
Good luck.
So
I'll see
I'm
you
gonna
later.
jump back into the channel with Nony, and we are gonna play out how the rest of the encounter goes out.
Well, I was going to say we could have a small trail of
Are
the
you there?
gunpowder lead from the trap, because it'll be a
no need
20-meter diameter.
So how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
All right. So now that I know that there's people that understand
hear
it,
you.
They can hear
I-
you and the other thing, so I need to mute you there. There we go. Sorry.
Sorry.
You're good. I got you.
Yeah, that's the thing is that like we haven't really
There's
talked about
now that I know
like,
there's people that can
gunpowder. I know
understand me
gunpowder is
there.
a thing,
That
but I
actually
don't
makes this a
have
lot
that
easier.
on my sheet.
So I'm gonna
I'm
make
going
another
to
had,
roll
like,
to
a
see
bunch
if
of
something
gunpowder,
happens.
But I don't.
Sure. Go ahead.
If I roll good,
Oh, shoot.
Because it's actually
Then-
even in the equipment.
so I
list,
roll
like,
really
for
good. You
another
go
really
back
roll.
to
Oh my
them.
God, you rolled a 19.
you go back to them.
Oh
They've
my
noticed. You
God.
think that they've
It's
noticed
sort
you
of
or
also
something?
incapacitated. Let me just
Because as
walk
you're
around
approaching the
real quick.
area,
I cannot.
you don't see
One of those
anybody now.
barbarians
And the
are
tree
tough
that you
as
thought you
hell.
saw,
Yeah.
I've got a great
Is
spell
gone.
for any.
what do you do?
Well, really, if depending on how many there are,
I am going
I
to
can
first
slow them.
cast
I can
Cast
slow
Without
up to
Trace
6 of
on
them,
myself,
possibly.
which gives me a +10
We
to all
should
my
probably watch
spell rolls.
the druids,
Um,
or try.
I'm
go
going to
druids
then go
first,
into
they
a
can
stealth.
Wait,
probably,
no.
like,
So
break
your
the tree
path without trace, that's
fast.
concentration.
Yeah.
So
Since there's no one else
If
around you, you
things start
can't
to go
cast on
really
anybody else.
south,
So it's just
I
on
have
you.
something called Lamont's
Mhm.
Tiny
So
Hut.
mark it on
I
your
did.
sheet and then
I've
flip
got
your
it.
Here,
concentration
you have it
token.
as well.
Yep.
Do you want to
So-
make a stealth roll?
But
Mine
that's,
comes with my character. I couldn't choose
Okay,
it.
have
It
you-
just
No.
was automatic.
Did you say you wanted to
I
shape
can
this as well?
technically cast it within
Nope,
a
not
minute
yet.
right now.
Okay, you're still in your
Yeah,
elf
it is a
form?
minute cast time.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
10 minutes
But
of your
once you
ritual
leave-
So that
casting.
is a
But once
24
you
for
leave
my
it,
stealth
it'll
check.
disappear. So don't cast
God,
it
it's
unless
so
you
hard to
need
hear
it.
because of
It
everybody
is
else.
a very last
Let me
see if I
thing,
can-
Yeah.
and it
Um,
would just be so they
mute
would leave us
everybody
alone
else.
and go somewhere else, and we would have to assume none of
I
them
just
have
flipped them
dispel
over to my
magic or
headset.
counterspell.
Yeah,
I know. I
exactly.
wish I could mute
But
them
no
somehow.
spells, no objects, no other creatures. Nobody else can
Flip
get
them
in.
to your
And we
headset
can
and then
make
take
it
your headset
opaque
off
or
and
whatever
put
color we want. They
I don't have
Discord mute.
speakers. I don't
But
have
we
any
can do that.
speakers on
Oh
this.
no.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I just-
I'm
What
gonna
do you wanna
probably
do?
attack the tree just because I
Alright,
already put my hunter's mark on it.
so,
So if you guys
I
want
am going
I-
to
druids and stuff like that.
I don't
Yeah.
have a
Try
ton of
and
spell
see if I can
slots. have
figure
2
out,
level 3s,
while
1
I'm
level 2,
stealthing
and
around,
2 level 1s.
figure out
Excellent.
where, based on their
If I
footsteps
hex
and
it,
everything,
it
they went.
doesn't have a good ability
He's
score.
made a stealth
so
check.
What ability do you want
14.
to reduce? Strength,
24.
dexterity.
Yes,
You
that's
get
right.
Hexit's dex.
So I make
that'd be
against
best
a
for
perception
A.L.A.S.T.O.R, but
Yeah.
you have other things.
Dex
So
would be
far, you're just
beneficial
moving
to me
around,
'cause
you're
I do
trying
have
to
one
smell 'em
spell
out?
That,
Yep.
requires a dex saving
The
throw.
smell of the
Okay.
barbarians and druids
Yeah, like
are,
the trap
are
itself
close by.
will require a dex saving
But you've
throw, and
remained
I
That is
could-
Dragon's
stealth
Breath, it
as
looks
you're
like, too,
really
so-
kind of being
and I could hit it with a catapult
careful
as
about
well and
trying to
turn
be
it to fire
fine.
damage.
You're trying to
so-
find
Yeah, and I'm
whoever it
guessing
is.
for them to get out of the
Okay.
fire
You know,
is going to be a dex.
where are
every
they-
every
So that'd
round or
probably
so
be the
forth,
best
we have
one.
to do this, so your luck
The
could run
Dragon's
out.
Breath, I can just
Yep.
kind of use it whenever.
Where are they in relation
Yeah,
to the
you
stuff
can
that I
use
was
it so long
I set up
as
to set on fire?
My
Over in
I'll have to
this area.
ask DM exactly
You don't know where they're at.
what concentration is
I'm going to
being
start
used.
setting
We
the
had
tinder
talked about
stuff on
possibly
fire.
the owl. If I cast
One
it
after
through
another.
the owl, then the owl is concentrating on the spell.
Um,
But if it's
and
me
you're in your
concentrating
elf
on the spell,
form?
it'll change things a little
Mhm.
bit. But either way,
Okay.
you'll have it for
they
until
haven't
my
shaped yet.
concentration is broken.
What?
One way or the other.
I said I haven't shaped yet so I could cast
Yeah.
spells.
So
Yeah,
they haven't
it's a
noticed you,
minute,
obviously,
and
because
things
with the
in
Pass Without
action
Trace is giving you a
Yes.
huge bonus.
That was a bonus.
They're kind of close by when you
Oh, there's a
when you
bonus
do
I can
this.
cast
I'm gonna
it,
roll a
so-
d20
okay.
to
Hold
determine
on,
how
the
close they
casting
are.
time is a
If I roll
bonus,
well,
and
you
you
light
can
these
use an
fires, and
action to
unknowingly they're
exhale
right on
the
top of
energy
you.
to
And
keep
you have
on-
to roll initiative.
I can just keep
and you're
burning
kind of
them
caught
with
by yourself.
barbarians, I guess.
And
yeah, it's
then
a 15
so I'll
foot
just
cone.
roll.
It's not bad. And
Otherwise,
especially
they,
for the tree and shit.
so they're
it'll
not
double
that
damage
close
on
to
I
you.
guess
They're
I'm just
probably
gonna sit
30.
there and
We'll say they're about 60
absorb
feet
damage
away.
and just keep
So they're pretty far away, 12 inches away.
Whatever
Alright.
you need to do, it's a decent amount.
I thought you were in your
It'll be
wolf form so you could
46
smell them
since
out.
That means I
right?
cannot.
So
Now that I'm thinking
I'm
about
always
it, I
messing
cannot
up
cast
that.
hex because I have.
What happens is you
I know,
are
it's 36, my bad.
My
you light the
shield
fires,
accepted.
and they say,
Armor class,
a couple of the
thump.
druids say in Druidic, they come out of like the trees.
Yeah, whatever you-
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast
Because
a
they
warding bond
camouflage
on you, by
themselves
way,
in the
Marcus.
mud and stuff, similar to
What
what
does that
happened
do?
on Yester Hill.
It's gonna make it to where you'll gain
And they
another
say-
bonus AC.
In
and
Druidic,
then
they
any
say
damage
that's
you take, you're
where the
resistant to
druid
any
Strahd
damage,
told
no
us
matter
about
what
that
it is. Your
shapeshifts.
resistance to it
Let's
halves
capture
it.
her.
So what is
They
my?
start coming after you.
How much armor?
This
did
is your
it give?
chance.
I
You have
guess
to roll a
that's
d20
Yeah, so now I'm up
to
to
try to
25.
draw them into you.
25,
I don't know the modifier, so we'll just roll a
Plus you
d20
get one
to determine
extra
how
to any
far away
saving
and
throw,
stuff
so
you
if
get,
have to do
because you're just
saving
in
throw,
your
just add one.
your form,
Oh,
So
human form
Marcus
now,
is
but
just
you have
going
a
to
speed of
charge
40
in and start hitting.
because of the
That's why
crown
I'm
of
planning
Orion.
to stand in the middle of the
Yeah.
road.
So
Yeah,
just
but
roll a
wait
d20
until,
to see
make
how
sure
well
that
your
doesn't
trap
scare them
works.
off.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
jump out.
It
and
gives
go
you the position on the back.
And be sure,
fire breath. 'em.
Guys.
be sure it
11
hits my trap
plus
first.
will
It
say
needs to do
your,
that.
Yeah,
So
oh yeah.
that is going to be a
with
massive
advantage
amount of
because
fire
of stat.
damage
I
to
think
that
Alistair
guy.
helped
At
you
some point, I'll
out.
probably,
You have the blood and
come
stuff out
and,
too.
Goad it near. it
So you're
you
like,
guys
are you
don't
using the
attack
blood at all?
when it's approaching?
Yeah, you didn't roll a second one.
Just
It's a
gonna have to
7.
hold.
You're using the blood
It's
at all?
essentially a 5d8 worth
yeah.
of fire damage.
So
and
you've
if the
wasted
tree
Ireena's
is
blood.
susceptible to fire, then
No,
that'll
we
be
decided
double.
we were gonna,
that's gonna be good.
use this my
Yeah, I
group
really
craft to
am
use
hoping
the
that it's
smell
just a
of
normal
blood.
tree
You have to
that's
cast a
susceptible
spell
to fire
then.
damage.
Okay.
Even
With
if it's
it.
not, it'll be a good.
Yeah.
One of the trees that looks
Yeah, because I don't know
dead,
how like the vampire
comes
things
alive.
work on that.
and you think to yourself, it's a tree. It looks
I would
giant,
have a feeling if
and
we
it
get
looks scary. I
attacked,
have the
then,
model, obviously.
Like, it'll probably be
You
like
rolled
dice
moderately,
roll,
so we're going to
depending
assume
on
your
how it
character. I'm
goes,
going to
it
just,
might
if we
get
go
some
back to
knockback,
tabletop,
Let's try and
you've
keep
been
that
able to
habit.
get away in your elf form.
Yeah, I'm just hoping like
I'm gonna
blood
put the models
spilling
out,
on the ground doesn't help
but you
it,
look
so
back
maybe,
and
like again, I'm gonna
other
pretty much attack
trees
that
and
first
stuff,
in hopes that
and
Yeah.
it
you know,
can't
blights
be
must have been there too,
healed by the
Yep.
druids, but
alive,
who
that are
knows?
with it, that are
Maybe if
with
I'm
this
on
party
the
heading to the
then it's gonna be
Martikovs.
fine.
I'm going to put your character here,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
The trap or something is
So
right.
he's coming back,
You're
I think.
ahead of the wall, right? So you're ahead of this firewall.
With good news or bad news?
I will
we don't
put
know.
the guys
Well,
here.
those are low rolls
right?
recently.
There was only
I'll put them
one
here,
really good
and then we'll roll
roll, so
for
that
initiative,
might be
okay?
something.
The only thing
Okay,
you have to watch
sounds
out for
good.
is that
Okay.
the tree is very large, and it's probably going to do try to look around, right? Hopefully, you just don't.
But they
get
are
caught
following
if
me,
you're
right?
ahead
They are
of
following
where
you,
I'm
it works.
standing, because otherwise it's going to go towards you and then
That's all
miss.
I wanted.
I'm going to move you back to the silence
It won't
chamber.
touch me. So
So the two of
So
you you
what
up
has
north,
happened,
just be
guys?
Careful.
Oh, let me unmute myself. What has happened,
You just
everyone?
muted yourself.
You just muted yourself.
Sorry about that.
That was
Hello.
Hi.
So what has happened is you see Nony is running down the forest, beelining it. She's tried to. She's lit some trees and she's like lighting some fires, and she's using some of the druid craft with not using Ireena's blood, but like part of it, I guess, to try to get the scent of air. The druids and the barbarians are intent on getting Nony. You've heard them yell stuff out in Druidic, which only Nony understands. Now I'm going to put out the models. It's currently 6:30 Eastern. So if we want to, we can take a break. before we begin the battle. But I'll put out the models first. So here's the original model of the Gulthais Tree. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
Big beefy boy.
Shit.
And so it's almost, if you look at it, yeah, it's screwed. But I actually found a model last night, which is cooler because it's animated, of course. So I just wanted to show you that.
Bye, beefy
It's
boy.
big. It's actually gargantuan.
Whoa.
Wow.
So this is what I think is a better looking model of it.
Good God.
I'm going to put out
It's like a golem.
Yeah. Well, I thought it looked better. And if you look at its chest, you can actually see the heart. You see the amber resonating out of its chest, like beating almost. I'm going to put out some other models of a few berserkers. And they're much smaller, and a couple druids. And
Clearly.
how it works is we'll roll stealth rolls for the people that want to attack, who have their ready spelled. The people who casted the buff spells, these guys are huge for some reason. The guys who have the buff spells, they automatically succeed, right? Before, because you've got to already talk to me about it. But if you want to attack it, it's like Mallory and stuff like that. If you want to shoot at it, otherwise you can wait, but we have to make stealth rolls for them to see. They've seemed really intent on getting Nony.
Real quick question before all this starts. What did we decide as far as like me casting a concentration spell through my familiar? Is it me or the familiar that's concentrating?
I just listen to Dungeon Dudes talk about that. I don't know if there's a feat associated to that. It might be like improved familiar or something like that. But I know there is a way to have layers of concentration essentially outside of your mind. If your familiar can cast a spell, certain familiars I think are just different than others. And I think they themselves can cast spells. You have to research it more. For now, we're
You
going
might be
to
thinking of like Pact to the Tome stuff.
we're gonna
In
rule
this
against
case,
you.
though.
We're gonna rule against you and say no, the spell is concentrating through you.
Okay, I just need to know.
But
that's
if we
like
research
adult
it more
room
this week,
concentration.
yeah, we research it more this week, and if you find out more information for me, then we will do it that way.
Oh, and also I cast Warding Bond on
Yep.
Marcus.
So whoever's getting the spells on them, you have to keep that in mind. Okay, so let's see if I have the tokens and stuff out. There's also some blights. They have not come out yet. Their initiative tokens are out.
So before we start, I'm
Oh,
going
we
to take
ready?
the dog
We-
out to walk, just so.
Should we take a break? How about this? I'll roll initiative and then we'll take a break. There's the initial. The needle blights go first, so I will move them into the battle board right now.
Bye.
You need to change Sinros' name on the thing to A.L.S.T.O.R, I assume.
Yeah, I do. Sorry. Because that's tied to your initiative token that I have on the board.
Wow, they all rolled really well.
Yep.
No, I didn't. You guys rolled well.
No, look, you
No,
got
I
a
rolled
natural
shit.
20, 18, and a 17.
No, because there are modifiers next to it. And I gave you a +4. Esmeralda, did you have anything advantage to your initiative roll now since you're a
That is the
Gloomstalker?
+4. I added it. It was
Okay, great.
it was only a +1 too. It was I had a 3 and now it's a 4.
I've just
Seven
moved
plus
some
one.
needle blights onto the battlefield. On initiative count 20, this has a layer action. So it takes me too long, guys, to do the stuff over here, right? So I've removed that. Okay? I don't like messing with all that stuff. Flipping back the stuff and changing the encounter. So we're just going to look to my right, which is really easy. And on initiative count 20, losing ties at initiative counts, a layer action happens. So Ireena and Esmeralda, you guys would go ahead of the layer action. I have not told you what the layer action is yet. Should we take a little break, guys? We lost Sinros. So let's take our 10-minute break right now.
Oh.
Don't touch my model!
I didn't mean to. I was
Died.
trying to grab my hunter's
You
mark.
lose 10 hit
Battle
points. That's right.
over.
We'll just we just put the buffs and debuffs next to the creature, guys.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep it easy. They're just meant to be out there so we don't forget. And so you don't forget. Okay, so
Okay,
let's
well, for my turn,
don't
I'm
touch
not
my
doing-
model. Whoever the
I'm not
red
doing
guy is.
anything for my turn.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my pointer to tell me how long something is.
Okay,
How
hit
far away.
F4 and then just do it. You're 12 inches away. I moved you a little farther forward, Nony, so you don't get, whomped because you're dead last in initiative. You rolled a 2.
Yep.
Okay,
That'll be the
so
radius
Esmeralda,
I'm
you're
drawing
up.
right here, whenever they get
I
there.
am doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
I am hidden right now, so.
Mallory, you're pretty far up. Is that where your character wants to be, or you want to be back a little bit farther?
Yeah, I want to back up a little bit.
Well, did you want to hide behind the stump? Because how is that going to put out the
I
fire?
think is where you were, 'cause that's the fire. The ring of fire is the stump and the mound.
Yeah, because I.
Something like that, guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that till.
We'll do it
It's
that
something
way.
like
It's gonna be
this.
like.
Correct.
Yeah.
So move whatever. You guys have to put your characters and lock them in now. So like Mallory goes really far up, and then we'll start because you have to stay. So if like a guy gets close to you, Mallory, you have to make a stealth roll with your character. Otherwise, they notice you. It's versus their passive perception. Okay, so Esmeralda, what are you doing? Nothing. You're passing your turn.
Yes, correct.
Okay. We're gonna go down the line to Ireena.
I'm just gonna use my turn to make my cloak look like it's like camouflaged, so that
Cool.
I blend in better.
You'll get
That's all
advantage
I'm
to
gonna
stealth rolls if a creature gets close to you.
do. Awesome.
Let's go to A.L.A.S.T.O.R. Oh, I'm sorry. So before we do that, on initiative count 20, I roll a D4. And the tree, noticing Nony, begins its like lair, quote unquote, lair action. It summons one twig blight in front of it. A little twig blight shuffles off of it.
Ink.
Okay. And that's its lair action. We go to A.L.A.S.T.O.R. now.
A.L.A.S.T.O.R. I think he's not gonna do anything. He'll hold an action if Marcus gets closer to any of the enemies. He'll go ahead and cast that Dragon's Breath.
Where is Marcus?
He's over behind the other tree.
You guys are so well hidden. It's hard for me to even see you. So yeah, Marcus is hidden. Okay.
Actually, I need to make sure I'm in range.
Okay, so you're just you're just remaining stealth.
Yeah, just barely.
Okay, we're gonna go to the berserkers. They see Nony.
No.
They're gonna sprint up to Nony. With your Warcaster feat, you get an attack of opportunity. With the spell, I think. If you want to do that, you can.
That's not working.
Do you want to cast a spell,
Yeah.
Nony?
I'll
On
cast
this guy.
frostbite at them.
At what? You want to cast what?
Frostbite.
Is that a cantrip or is it?
Cantrip.
Do I have to make a save?
Con 15.
Passed.
Nothing happened.
Sprint. The other guy sprints up to you. Now we have to change the rules on sprint. So when he sprints up, he loses his reaction. Do you understand? Those are the two berserkers out. The next person online is the druids. The druids begin casting a spell. Let me look it up real quick. Onto Nony. They seem pretty dead set on. Okay, it has a 120 range feat. They cast two, I want to say moonbeams, but they're a lot darker looking. Twisted with dark magic onto Nony. So Nony, when it comes up to your turn, you'll have to make a save. The druids move. They spend their movement moving up a little bit closer. Let me move these guys. Where did I put the druids at? They're over here.
No idea.
They're right here. They move 6 inches, right? So they just move their normal move. 6 inches here. And now Mist is up.
Mist is going to cast.
It's like a pillar of darkness of necrotic energy beams onto Nony as they're trying to kill Nony.
I'm gonna cast resistance onto Nony.
Okay,
you
that gives
get
her a D4. Is it touch? Is the range on that touch though?
Fuck, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, dang it, it is. So never mind. I forget a lot of my stuff is touch.
Hey, I have to read it too, and then I try to remember it. So
It's okay.
there's a lot to remember.
That was what I was wanting to do. I guess I'm not gonna do anything then.
You should do something, maybe. I mean, you can't, but you're just
I can
you're just
cast-
hidden. Is that what you have? If you start casting spells, you become revealed to the enemy.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they get within like 15 feet of you or 20 feet of you, you have to make a stealth roll. Because you guys are pretty well hidden. You've put in leaves and camouflage onto you, and with Ireena, it would be with advantage.
Okay.
So they got to get fairly close to get to you. Because this is like the deep wood, guys. This isn't like even like a park. This is like you're in the boonies. You know, you're in the wilderness.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay, your turn is passed. Let's go to the Gulthais Tree. I'm probably not even saying it right. Gulthanis or Gulthanis. I call it the Gulthanis. I have to put the measuring stick on it. I should be more prepared. So every model I have to do, guys, I have to right-click, hit measure movement. So it has a speed of 20.
Bro, it's slow as hell.
So it can only move 8 unless it sprints. It's not going to sprint. It's just lumbering forth. It just makes the dash action. It lumbers forth. We go down the line to Mallory.
Yep. Okay. Shooting at the barbarians then.
Okay, Mallory.
Right.
A gunshot rings out as Mallory has revealed herself.
Yep, that's what's happening. Okay.
I think
And
there, by the way,
then-
guys, I don't know if there is a status called hidden. I know there is in Pathfinder, from what someone was saying, but in D&D, there's no such thing. Or stealth or something like that. Unfortunately, they haven't added that. Okay, so Mallory, you shoot out, roll to hit. The barbarians have an ace. See, they're just wearing hide armor. They're just like they were on the hill. They just came from Yester Hill. That's what you're assuming. They're dressed the same. Hell, that guy even looks the one that was out there trying to swing at you.
Yeah.
Now, one of them, the guy on the right here, he has the spear. The magical spear.
13.
The spear that's dripping blood. 13 is a hit. They just wear hide armor.
Okay.
Their AC is 13. Put out the damage token if you can. Let's go
Yep,
down the
so
line
that
to
is
Marcus.
a 4. Oh, wait, it's also dazing. Sorry.
Okay, I have to make a save then.
Save con 15.
They fail. So you have to put out the daze. So it gets
So
disadvantage
daze
on
and
its
they take-
all this next round. So put
And
out a
also
token,
a-
please.
Yes, I'm doing that right now.
Okay, let's go down to Marcus.
I move out. And I say,
Come here.
Just if you guys move me out of the moonbeam before my turn, I don't take the damage.
You can't say that, Nony. You can't say that.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't think anybody can. Nobody has a telekinetic. Sinros could have, but
And I'm gonna
he's just a
say,
headless guy right now.
you will meet your doom.
What are you doing? Oh, there's an effect coming out. What is this?
Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
What is going on? Dazing shot.
It's
Oh,
my,
thank you.
It's my
Nice.
days, yeah.
What are you doing? What
So
spell
I
are you
can't,
casting?
bonus action, Hexblade's Curse on the tree.
Put it
And
out.
then I will. And then
Okay.
my action, I'm going to shoot Eldritch Blast on this guy.
So this is how I did the rules, and that's what I wrote my big rules lawyer explanation. You can't
My
have.
sword is not out.
Okay, you just with your shield is out, but your hand is there, and boom.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Just assume that's always happening.
Game balance.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, roll to hit on the
trying.
barbarian.
I'm desperately trying. I'm not. It's not the barbarian.
It's the tree.
I'll say it again. This guy right here. Someone's like red.
It's the druid.
Oh, it's the druids that are standing next to the tree. Got it.
Yeah, to try to break their concentration.
Yeah, for sure. And you do hit.
Okay.
So you have to roll
You
for
should-
damage. I'll roll a concentration check right
Desperately
now.
trying.
Marcus, you
He
should get
passes.
2 Eldritch Blasts at level 5 too, don't you?
10 damage.
He's not a full warlock.
Ooh, nat 20. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to do a. Super
Why does he
critical?
get two Eldritch Blasts?
Because
It doesn't matter.
that's
The Warlock
the
level doesn't
cantrip.
matter. It's the normal level with cantrips.
Oh, that's right. You rolled a nat 20 on to hit.
Oh yeah. So why
Ah.
am I rolling damage? Sorry. So is
You roll damage still because you just add a d10 plus your charisma modifier, so you have 6 plus 10. The other one hit as well, so he's taking 10 damage. I rolled the Constitution save on that one. I'll roll it on this one.
Well, that one he would have taken.
I rolled a
lot.
19 now.
He still would have been fine. Okay.
forgot
He
actually,
might
that's
be
nice.
dead. Let me look at his HP. So how much damage did you do him?
For some reason, like the log didn't really save that long. It was I think it was 10 plus. Then 10 plus
On
20.
the bottom
He
right of your
drops.
screen.
Well, how do you kill him?
Oh, I just say enough
Welcome to
of
level
these.
5.
I love enough of these foolish druids, and that's shoot him in the head.
Thank you so much.
I just
As
forgot
this
to attach-
giant force of gavel flies across the field and splatters this druid's blood and disintegrates them. One of the concentration moonbeams goes down. Let's go to the twig blights. Now, there's a few twig blights out here too, but not many. Let me grab a couple of them. Again, they're just kind of shuffling through the forest, very well
Get out of
disguised
there, Nony.
and hidden. I'm just putting a couple more out, plus the one that was already out. That just moves up. Again, they have a speed of 40, so they see Mallory and they dash up.
Oop.
Mallory,
Oops.
you get an attack of opportunity
Okay.
with your gun
Yep.
at disadvantage.
Oh wait. Well, okay.
11 plus.
I'm gonna do my thing to be sure Jamie's not broken. Jamie's not broken. It's fine.
You didn't roll on that one. What are you talking about?
Yes, I did.
Oh my
Yes, I
God, you're so powerful. Oh my God. So,
Yeah, I just have
I
plus
thought you
10.
only got I thought you only got an attack of opportunity when they're leaving.
So you have to roll. You rolled another d20. We won't say the second one. Then you rolled the hit, and the gun isn't jammed. That's your reaction, though.
No,
So now-
no, I re-rolled because I did my
Disadvantage.
fire thing, so it doesn't.
It's at
Right.
disadvantage because you're shooting close
Okay.
range. So you actually rolled a 1. So now you
Yeah.
need to roll a d20 to see if your gun jams. But that's okay. You got multiple
Oh,
guns
okay,
on
sorry.
you.
I rolled it twice with the modifier. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, he's fine. He's fine.
You rolled an 8,
Jamie's
so
fine.
that you use your reaction now. So here's what we have to start doing, guys, a little bit. There's a little bit of micromanagement as you guys start gaining levels and things. You remember you have your action, bonus action, reactions. And your reaction doesn't reset till the beginning of your next round. This is important for...
an attack of opportunity when they leave, not enter your.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. You've
So your
used your
gun is
reaction.
fine.
No, her gun is not fine because
Oh.
her gun is jammed, but you weren't able to roll it because you have to use it as a reaction to unjam it. You see how that
No,
works,
you can't
Mallory?
shoot when they enter
Oh.
combat. That's
Wait.
the pole arm feat.
They sprinted up to you.
I think it's his sprint rules.
Oh,
sprint
these
rule.
sprint. Oh, so many rules. Okay.
It's a sprint rule. But so Mallory, you've used your reaction, so you weren't actually able to unjam it. I'll allow you to roll it on your turn now because you used your reaction to do it. It's just one of those rare cases where Mallory rolled a 1 too.
Yeah.
I know. Let's go
Yeah.
down the line, and that was just the twig blights. Nony, you're up. You need to make one save,
Yep.
and then it's just 3d10.
Really?
Yeah, they cast at level. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's just 2d10 because they cast at level
Do I have
2.
inspiration?
You have to declare before you roll it. So you guys are hoarding your stuff. You take 19 damage. 19
Sorry?
damage to
19?
Nony. I rolled really high on
Wait.
that.
3D? 10?
Just 2d10. I rolled a 9 and a 10
Okay.
of necrotic damage.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Mark it on your sheet so it's in
Yep.
your regular form.
Yes, I am aware.
Okay.
Okay. So first off, bonus or action. I am casting conjure animals, and I am casting 8 elks back here among the trees.
Okay, so let me get your elk models. Okay, so these elks like emerge out of the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to roll on them, or are there just 8 of them?
There's just 8 of them.
6, that's 8. Let me just rotate them. These elks come out of the woods, summoned from the plane of the Fae.
Get ready for the pain.
If you want to make it more dramatic, out of this like residual mist, they just come out. They're there to do your bidding. I guess you kind of have to, with the Crown of Orion, you can talk to them if you want, but that's like your action or something, right? Or how does this work?
My action is to summon them, and then they actually act on my turn.
Okay, that makes life easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want them to attack?
Well, to be fair, it's supposed to be. You roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group.
We're not going to do that for
But
now.
it's way easier if they just act on my turn.
Yep, they act on your turn.
So that's my action. They
Okay.
will attack. They will first hit towards this twig blight that's on Mallory.
Okay, so I'm just how it's gonna work to simplify it is they all move in unison to try to like help out, to simplify things. We're not gonna individually do it and waste, everybody's turn with 8 elk. You're gonna make an attack roll. We'll make it with a bonus or something as this essentially horde of elk begin to stample down on this poor little twig blight. So if you want to, make an attack roll. And I don't know, I didn't have the stats for elks or anything like that, so we have to just kind of wing it.
So it's a 17 to hit.
Okay, I'm going to assume they all hit. Let's say 3 of them hit, so roll 3 damages worth.
Well, no, I am hitting with 1 and I'll explain why in a second.
Okay.
So the first one will hit. It is.
I'm going to throw down the time cube on you.
Yep, that is fair.
Okay.
So 2d4 plus 3, so that's 6, and then I do an additional because they move 20 feet. They get another 2d6 damage on top of that.
The twig blight is just really small and just a fragile stick of bones. This was just a summoned creature.
Probably like 4 hit points. Or
It has
something.
1 hit point. It's minionized.
All
Okay.
right.
So where do you want the rest of the guy to go? Where do you want the rest of your horde to move to?
The druid, the second druid.
Okay. He's over behind the guy. So how it works is this guy has a range. He's got a pretty big reach. He slashes out
Okay.
with a branch. I actually don't need to roll that. I have it over here.
He will be able to attack one of them.
Yes. And he smashes one of them down. I'm going to assume that.
Okay. So there are now 7.
Okay.
And then they will go for the other druid. The other 7 of them. Or 6 of them, because one attacked and one's down. So 6
I'm going to
attacks on-
assume they sprint over there. How quickly do they move? Because you see the battlefield is pretty big.
Yep. They move 50 feet per second.
I did put the measuring stick on them. They have to sprint over to him, and they lose. They can't actually make the sprint action. So they actually can probably only move to like here.
Okay, if they can only move to there, then they're going to hit the big druid.
I'll allow you to make one more roll. And then that's the end of your turn.
That's a 6, greater than a 16 to hit.
That's a hit. Put out the damage token as we move down the line.
Mm-hmm.
There are some vine blights that have emerged onto the battlefield. These are different looking. These vine blights are the ones the 3 that you saw at the base of the hill. They're different than the one needle blights that you fought at the winery, and they're different from the twig blights. We go to the top of the round to the needle blights. The needle blights are close. They see these stags like come out of there.
I wasn't finished with my
Your turn is over. We have to move.
No, I still had time on that timer.
I know, but I'm giving you a 2-minute timer. What else do you want to do? I'll allow this one time.
Bonus action, turning myself into.
Okay, change yourself into the wolf. You can do that on your own. That's fine. You don't need to.
out.
Yep, just redo it. You want to get out of this too? You changing in and then you're moving out of it. So you got to provoke attack of opportunities by the.
They sprinted to get up to me, so they don't have
That's
any
true.
reactions.
Thank you for reminding me. So then Nony moves 50 feet, which is 10 inches, right? So you move right about there. But you're well into the fire area. Now, the trap that you guys have laid. Okay, great. Now I'm going to move to the needle blights. They see this pack of animals. What's the command range on the summoned creatures? Do you have to be next to them, or how far is the range on it?
I have to be 60 feet to be there to summon them, but it says nothing about commanding them. They obey any verbal commands you issue to them. No action required by you. If you don't issue any commands, they defend themselves.
You have to be in visual sight or whatever to command them, really.
Doesn't
That's kind of how spell effects work. Right now you're in visual sight of them. but I know like sometimes there's holes with that. So like, you know, you're trying to control these creatures from the other Fae, but we'll allow it. They're out there. These needle blights. So I'm going to the top of the round now, and round number 2. The needle blights are there, and they see these like elks or whatever there. So 2 of them are shooting at him. Oop. Let me actually use your thing. I'm going to just assume for simplicity's sake 2 of them die. But they waste their turn. We go to Esmeralda.
Okay, I'm going to fire my short bow at the tree.
Okay. You emerge from the shadows.
Natural 20.
Whoa! Heyo!
Yeah, and I have a different crit roll.
So this is a sneak attack roll for starters.
Yes.
And then you have your hunter's mark.
Correct.
So this is a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And-
so this is the biggest hit we've had probably all campaign. So this might take a second for us to work out all the map. So first of all, roll for your bow damage. Great.
Okay. 10.
Okay.
Plus a d6.
So then you have to roll the d6 for sneak attack. I have to. Am I going to have to bust out Microsoft Excel for this?
And then I have a d6
Oh, boy.
for Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So I'm going to add 6 plus 6 for sneak attack, 6 for hunter's mark. Then you added 10, 2, and 1.
Correct.
That's
31.
31 damage.
31.
Okay.
Sweet.
Add the token to the tree.
Is it just 13 right here?
13 on the druid or something, or whatever this
Yeah,
is.
that was no. That's the. Had anyone hit it yet?
That was the
No.
druid's damage. Boom. I'm just deleting that
Oh, good.
token.
The druid is.
The druid was
80%
melted
barbarian.
by Marcus's cantrip. Okay, what else are you doing,
Okay,
Esmeralda?
I'm gonna finish. I'll add that up in a second. For my bonus action, I'm gonna re-stealth.
Roll a stealth check.
Yep.
Now, how stealth works to simplify things?
14.
So every monster has passive perception, and this is how we're going to program stealth into it. First of all, in the future, of course, your stealth roll will be hidden. But basically, I have 10 plus my perception roll. And that means if you break it, and that's against every creature, really. That's not like in combat or something, but whatever. We'll say you're free stealth as Esmeralda blends back into the bush. Let's go down the line. We go to Ireena.
Can I cast Bardic Inspiration without them, like, knowing where I am? Like, if I just...
No. Though you'd be revealed.
Shit! Okay. That's fine. I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Esmeralda.
Okay.
At 1d8. That was shit. It's better than 0.
What else do you want to do, Ireena?
I would like to...
I'm just saying, since you have the cloak, I will allow you to re-stealth if you want.
Yeah.
Since you're so well camouflaged.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's not too much else I can do right now.
All right, great. Let's go down the line to A.L.A.S.T.O.R, the machine. You're muted, my friend. Thank you for being so courteous, though.
I'm still gonna kind of hold up where I am, feeling this is the most optimal location not to be hurt. But I will call Alf. I'll go ahead and give Marcus, as my bonus action, a 2nd level Dragon's Breath.
Okay, Marcus now has Dragon's Breath. Now, he can just activate that at any time or something?
He can use an action to...
He has to use an action to
activate
breathe a
Dragon's
bunch of
Breath.
fire. Okay.
It's a 15
I have the
foot-
spell effect out if you want to pull it out of your bag.
I think
I have the cone, I think, plus a little effect. I'm not sure. I can't remember what I was doing with it yesterday. It's pretty cool.
After he gives it, he'll go ahead and fly back to A.L.A.S.T.O.R, so he doesn't poof out in one ranged attack. It doesn't say that I need to keep contact. It just says it requires touch to imbue it.
They dash up to... I'm going down the line now. Yep, we're assuming you have it. If you want to do a move action, that's fine. You're now revealed. Because you're casting, your eyes blink out as you begin to cast magic through Alfred onto Marcus. Marcus, you feel a magical essence fill your body. Your mouth becomes hot. What type of breath do you want Marcus to breathe?
Fire.
You feel a hot mouth radiate your mouth. As A.L.A.S.T.O.R has told you about the spell and the effects, you know that is working. These guys make the dash action up to you, the berserkers. There's just 2 of them. One has the spear, and as they get closer to Nony, they say, "We will kill you and find out how you shapeshift." The other druid moves this beam over you, Nony. The druids and the mountain folk are, for less words, like blood eyes crazy about you. I'm going to move the other druid. He's seen his other friend just get incinerated. So, and Esmeralda, you're actually kind of back here. I don't want to move your character too much because you're actually shooting behind the thing.
There's a mound right there. So I was like in between the tree and the mound. That was made. That's what I was
my bad. Yeah, you guys should keep the mound stuff actually on. Pencil the mound in. Let's move your character back then and pencil that mound back in.
Right here.
The druid, though, seeing bolts and things, he's a little, bewildered what's going on, though. But the range on controlling this is 120 feet. He's trying to look for like an area where he can hide at, and he just kind of moves behind this tree over here. He has 3/4 cover or half cover, whatever, depending on the angle, whoever wants to shoot him. We go down the line to Mist. Mist, you're muted. Just make sure you guys are unmuted. Look at yourself in the initiative count. Feel free to unmute it. It's not that big of a deal. You there, Mist? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to actually still do anything or not.
Okay,
you're
still hidden.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to kind of give you guys a little meta. I don't want to get too much meta game. Most combats last, as you guys, we've been doing combat for a while. 3 to 5 rounds is really long. So just something to think about too in the future. Okay, let's go down to the Gulthais Tree. Who's been hunter's marked? He sees Mallory.
Oh.
Now this thing has a range. It's huge. It's huge branch-like arms come out. Now it's not like Strahd. It has legendary actions, but it's not like nearly on the same power level as Strahd, where this Gulthais Tree can like move around and everything. Certain creatures I'm trying to introduce you guys to a game concept. Certain creatures have, and I didn't roll for the D4, did I, guys? The Twig Blighties. Let me roll that real quick. Every round, this thing summons D4 Twiggy Blights. It summons 3 of them. I'm going to assume they shuffle off back here, and we'll roll them off when they come out. This thing has a huge reach, so it doesn't have to be close to you, really. Now, when a creature has over a 15-foot reach, anything between 5 and 15 can be struck. So it's not even in direct combat to you, Mallory. Now, to go back to what I was saying, certain creatures have legendary actions. These legendary reactions reset when it comes back to the creature's turn. Certain creatures have a certain amount of legendary reactions that are kind of boss monsters, if you want to think about that. Or just more powerful monsters. Players can never get legendary actions. It's just the way the game mechanics work. It's a way for dungeon masters and the adventurer to kind of create it. I'm going to explain this mechanic because this thing has legendary actions, which it will do. Legendary actions are almost like they should be renamed to legendary reactions because they can only happen after another creature's turn. But now it's in striking distance of Mallory. We're going to swing out with its branch attack.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, where am I at?
Move back.
Where is it?
Did I delete it? Did I mess something up? All right. We're going to assume attack.
Mallory lives.
Oh, it rolled really well. 13, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. 6 damage. Let me pull it up. That's its first attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's very slow. Okay, it makes a second attack
Yeah, whatever it is.
and does another 4 damage to you. It's not hitting that hard. It's a giant tree, but it's swinging these it's a lot more brush than like solid tree oak, you know, slamming down on you. Let me see if I can do these animated models really cool. Boom! And attack number 2, boom! Okay. Let's go down the line to Mallory.
Is he in the trap? Like
Yeah,
fire?
I will assume he's in the trap if you want to light the tinder box and run off, and I will put it out. And I'll assume these little twig blighties here are in it too. We can put it out. Let me pull it out.
Yes, please.
Okay. How does that work for you guys? Something like this? I'll assume it's like that, right? Is that okay?
Yeah,
Let me
that
move-
does.
That's pretty good. It's right next to Esmeralda, and like the fire is on this guy, and it's on the twiggy blights that were just summoned. You do that, so you spend your action lighting it. You're not in hand-to-hand combat with anybody. We don't want to incinerate Mallory, so let's just move her off a little bit. So you've lit it. Now you can do a move action if you want to, and now you can spend your reaction to unjam your gun, and you can roll on that as well.
Yeah, that doesn't work anymore because it's actually how the gun.
Okay. You know it better than I do,
works.
so you can do it.
Yeah, I
Do you want to
checked it
swap?
and
You want to quick swap your weapon? That was the perk we did.
Yeah, I'm gonna swap in because of the narrative. Let's go with the boom boom stick, and I'm gonna just I'll be like here.
You craft this thing. This thing is like a large gun. Takes both hands to wield. It's packed with gunpowder and just metal and bullets, ready to rain hell on anything you point it at to.
Yeah.
Okay, you
yeah,
moved out of the
I
way.
guess-
So
and I
how
guess
this
since
is?
Since
Sorry, go.
I guess I use the action to like lit the fire, I don't have my because I have 2 attacks per action,
Yeah.
so I guess I'm tapped out. Okay.
Yes, I think that's how it works. Because you have to make the attack action to take advantage of both of them, since you lit the fire. Because we're going to
actually,
say that's
never mind.
no. Here's the thing: lighting the fire is an action because it's not like So here's the thing: that twig blights, as you light the fire, just this scream of like unnatural scream of twigs. You want me to role play it? I guess that's how they sound like. They just burn up in the fire. These 3 twig blights that just shuffled off of this guy. We're going to say the fire does 3d6 damage, but it does double damage to plant creatures. We'll have Mallory roll it. Just roll it. There's no save. Add it to the token. He already has
3d6, you said?
3d6. It already has 31 damage. Nony, as you look back, you see the heart beating of the amber inside of its chest.
Not a lot. 11.
Well, yep, but that's double damage because it's vulnerable
so
to
that's
fire.
one too.
So Esmeralda, that's kind of how vulnerability works. Things cannot get double vulnerability. There's no such thing as double stacking vulnerabilities. Something to just keep in mind. Just the way the mechanics of the game work. Okay, let's go to down the line to Marcus.
Take a few steps back.
Okay, you have a little thing on you, warding bond. Okay, cool.
And fire at the big stupid tree.
With the Eldritch Blast,
Yeah.
the might of Tyr.
It's probably
The
a
giant
max
gavel
11.
falls out. Let me see what its AC is. Now, as creatures get bigger, their AC drops. This thing has an AC of 16.
So that's a miss.
Now, in the future, it'll all be programmed into this thing I'm working on. So all this will be automated, so I won't have to tell you the AC. You'll just roll and
Second
it'll
blast hit.
do it. Okay. Mark it on the sheet, please.
11 damage.
Okay.
Turn is over.
Twig blights, there's not many of them. I think there's like one. All the twig blights have been destroyed because the Steez destroyed the last one that was on Mallory. The Gulthais Tree is bloodied. Yeah. Okay, let's go out to. Let me see if it's actually bloodied. Yes, it is. Let's go to. So the twig blights are done for. Nony, you're up. Now, Nony, he moved the thing back on you, so make another save. And I'm going to roll 2d10 damage.
11.
I don't think you passed, and you take another 12 damage.
Yep.
I'm not slapping the timer on you yet. Just with all the summoned creatures, though. Now this fire has created a barrier for you to get around, but there's still a lot of woodland tree creatures back here. And so what do you want to do?
All right. 5 attacks onto the needle blights back here.
Okay, so let's move them out. You want to just
girl-
pin them down? We'll just say these guys are getting pinned down back here by Nony.
Okay. So all of those plus 5 to hit. So the lowest one I believe is a 8, but there's a 15.
Just
in there.
roll damage individually. You said you rolled a 5 on one of them. We'll say you hit on all of them. These guys, depending on who you're attacking, let me take a look at their HP real quick. Some of these have a lot of HP.
Ooh, actually, I did more than 11 damage. 11.
Most of these they're not like the Twig Blights, which is just basically 1 HP. So just put your damage tokens out on the ones that hit.
Okay.
And what do you want to do as Nony?
And as Nony, I am going to attack. I'm going to move out of the moonbeam.
Okay. Now you provoke attack of opportunities unless you disengage.
I will disengage and get out of the moonbeam.
Okay, you can move 10 inches, right?
Yep.
So yeah, you move. Just keep that in mind. That's okay. Now those guys can't catch you. You're so quick as a wolf. Even disengaging, they would have to like sprint up to you. Let's go down to the Vine Blights. So put out some damage tokens. The Vine Blights are basically trying to beat down. These Blights back here are starting to beat down your elks. We're just going to make some attack rolls. I'll make 5 attack rolls for the 5 guys back here. They rolled really low. I'm going to say one of them kills one of your guys. And that's also including the Needle Blights. I've rolled for that. Now I get to make legendary actions. Did you move, Mallory? You did. You moved out of that.
Yeah,
moved out.
I moved a bit.
That provokes
closer
attack of
to-
opportunity. I need to roll it on you from the tree guy. He misses you though,
Okay.
because he has a large enough reach to where if you try to move out of his range, you didn't disengage, right?
No.
Okay, so let's go down to. I know we're just kind of moving around. Things are a little confusing. Esmeralda, you're up. You've re-stealthed, and you've just struck this thing with an arrow that just pierced like almost right into the heart of it.
I'm going to fire another arrow at it.
Okay. Another net 20.
Oh, not as lucky. 10.
No, didn't hit. What else do you want to do?
Okay.
It deflects off of it or flies into the air.
Do I see There was a druid over here. Did he?
He's like hiding behind 3/4 cover.
All right.
Back
well,
here
I
was
did not
commanding the
see him,
moonbeam as Nony's trying to kind of break distance and run away.
Nope. I'm just gonna re-stealth them.
Okay. Let's go to Ireena.
I am going to. Can I cast Dissonant Whispers on the hidden? I just target anything.
Which guy?
The
druid?
The druid that's like hiding.
Yeah, you can see the druid back here, so you can cast it on
Okay.
him.
I'm gonna.
Is it a to hit roll, or is this just like a saving throw?
I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level. You do a saving throw. You gotta beat a 16 Wisdom.
That one. Oh!
That's
What?
Alright, so it's gonna take 16 damage and it's gonna run as far away as it allows. Like its movement allows.
It says something in Druidic, but Nony's too far away to hear it. He runs off the battlefield. We're gonna just remove him. He's too hurt. That also breaks
And
the moonbeam.
I'm also gonna cast Bardic Inspo on Marcus using a bonus action.
Okay, roll. Keep track of your Bardic Inspirations on D&D
I'm-
Beyond. Roll
got
it,
it.
and then Marcus, you have to see the roll and then add it. And you guys have to know to use your Bardic Inspiration. There's a 10-minute time limit to use Bardic Inspiration. And use on any attack, ability check, or saving throw. Let's go to Alistair.
You gonna roll a D10 or a D?
Okay, well, now that people are closer, he'll move out from where he was sitting,
Other
and
one.
I'm gonna cast a Ray of Frost on this guy.
Okay.
That is a 22. I imagine that hits.
Oh yeah.
It's 2d8.
You're getting good with this D&D Beyond, Alistair. I like that. And I love your microphone, by the way.
That's 9 frost damage, and he has 10 less movement on his next turn.
Okay.
10 feet of less movement.
Can we put like an icon or something out to slow him down so I don't
I'll
forget?
throw in one of the little blue tokens.
Yeah, something like that to help me out. Now, how I want to program it, how this is gonna work in the future, guys, to keep track of all this, is there'll be status effects attached to everything. Now, each one of these creatures will have a creature number associated to them. There'll be a dashboard and so on. It's probably like a month or so away, though, so let's not hold our breath. Let's go down the line to the Berserkers. All right, so Nony, these Berserkers, they're pretty obsessed about catching Nony, but they see Marcus like firing at the tree. They see this. They see Mallory over here. Let me just make a measurement. So they're actually going to
meet your death.
I think they're going to kind of break away from Nony because Nony is just too evasive. And they're kind of hearing the battle go off. These Berserkers will fight to the death. They come up and attack Marcus. Oh yeah, but he's able to use it. But yeah, it almost slowed him. Yeah, it almost slowed him down. Let's take a measure, just double check. Yeah, it's just about. So I'm gonna attack with the Berserkers. They attack with reckless abandon at advantage. Attack on the Mallory.
Actually, it's gonna be a straight roll because of disadvantage, because of stun.
The stun only lasts for 1 turn, so it's already worn off. Yeah, the dazing shot lasts for 1 turn. Am I right? Double check for me, otherwise it's a hit.
Double checking right now.
I'm gonna roll on the Marcus
until the end of their next turn. You're right. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll the damage on the Mallory. 14 damage. As the axe comes up and slices into your kneecap. Where do you think you are going? Let's go to the Druid has already left the battlefield. We're going to Mist.
I'm gonna move forward, and then I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
I have the Spirit Guardians thing on you. I think it's centered around you.
Yes.
Okay, so put out the... It's a pretty cool effect. Put it out.
Yeah. So let me cast it.
I forgot to roll the lair action too, guys, so forgive me. As one little twig blight shuffles off the body. One little dink comes off of him.
One twig shield approaches.
Okay, let's... so you added it. What else do you want to do? The dazing shot is removed. Let me remove that effect.
That's all I'm gonna do. I just wanted to move in and cast Spirit Guardian.
Did you put out the effect? Where's it at?
I tried to pull it out of the bag.
Let me get it.
Oh, no.
There's warding bond. Did you mess up? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
It's way out
No.
there.
Yeah, it fell over there.
There's it at. Yeah. So this is it right here. So you're right here. So this is what it looks like, guys. Pretty cool, huh?
I want it to be close enough to where
So these are like these spirits of like, we're gonna say, Mist, that they're devils.
Oh no. Okay. They're little fiendish devils.
They're little fiendish devils. They're circling around you, protecting you. Marcus, you see this abomination. Let's go to the Gulthais Tree. It sees, I'm going to say it sees like Nony kind of out there. It's not being directed. It's masters of kind of left. It walks onto A.L.A.S.T.O.R's as it kind of goes on. I'm going to say it walks into the trap. Because it's fucking cool. So how it's going to work is you need to roll the damage. It's vulnerable to fire damage. As it takes its step down, the ward of magic begins to light up.
Oh, it just rolled everything at once. It
and
rolled
it explodes.
100 dice on my screen.
Oopsie.
It's 25.
Okay, Strahd, simmer down. What do you want to... You have to roll... So how it works is it's double damage. It's fire damage, I'm assuming?
That would be 50 fire damage.
So it does 100 damage. How do you want to destroy this thing?
Yeah.
No, that's 50 fire damage total. It only rolled 25 fire damage, 50 total.
How do you want to do this, Alistair? As it steps on your thing, just this wave of like fire energy comes up and circles around it. It looks down. and just explodes and shrapnel and everybody. Anybody around it has to make a deck save. We'll say anybody. We'll say Marcus. Ireena is kind of covered. This guy and Mallory have to make one, and we'll say Mist does. As this thing explodes into thousands of things. So anybody missed,
Yep.
the DC is 10.
Ah,
So I'll make one for the
so
barbarian guy.
18.
Perfect.
He fails. It just does 1d8 piercing damage. This guy, the barbarian, takes another 2 points of damage. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't have a dying animation. That's what it looks like. It doesn't actually.
Thank you, Bardic Inspiration.
Explodes. And I also have to roll for the other guy who's in front of him. Who's in front of Marcus. And he passes. So I think that's it. The Gulthais Tree explodes. The amber inside of it, Nony, goes flying into the woods, but you can sense it. It's close by.
Does the Twiggy also get annihilated?
The Twiggies? Oh, did I not roll for the Twiggies?
There's a Twiggy here.
Yes.
A 1 point minionized twig.
Yeah, the 1 point minionized twig is out there.
Still surviving. Damn it.
That's hilarious.
Backflips to like.
These guys take a ton of damage, huh?
Run!
We'll say, we'll go down the line to Mallory.
Control that twig and make it our slave. Mist.
Let's make it our pet.
There, tie it up with rope.
Miss,
No, reason to tie it.
Mallory, you're up.
Yes, sorry. Alright, because of narrative, she's gonna use the boom boom stick right now and gets the barbarian. She's gonna attack it twice with it.
You attack with do you want to take an attack of opportunity? Otherwise, you have to attack with disadvantage as you're shooting right up next to it.
Do I?
Yes, right? Because you're in melee range with a ranged weapon.
Oh, right, that thing, yeah. And sharpshooter doesn't work that way.
That's kind of the only. There's drawbacks to ranged guns. If somebody gets in combat with you. Did you roll? I have to pivot back. You rolled another one?
Fucking.
Do you want to roll? I'll allow you to roll with inspiration, so you can roll it again if you want.
Yeah, I do have the fate point, yeah.
Do you want to use the? I wouldn't use your fate point, but it's up to you.
Nah,
No, you. Yeah, you don't even have inspiration, unfortunately.
nah, I'm just gonna use my
How
reaction
epic.
I'll just use my reaction to unblock it, hopefully.
The gods of Christia.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just unblock it and fucking.
I'm
stupid.
sorry, Mallory.
Fuck.
I can't control the dice. Let's go down to Marcus.
Oh wait, but I still have
okay,
a
what do you want to do?
attack because
That's right. You have 2 attacks. So did you unjam it?
Ha!
You gonna jam it?
Reaction to unjam it, so that's my reaction gone.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna be mad and I'm gonna shoot again. That's better, 20.
Awesome.
So yeah, I didn't announce for the grid.
You have to actually roll with disadvantage still on your second attack.
Fuck.
So you have to roll again. They have an 8, so you have to roll a 3 or less, Mallory.
That's okay. That's still 20.
Okay.
So what was it? Was that 15?
So roll the blunderbuss damage.
It was a 15.
Yep, you got it. They only have hide armor.
So that's 25. Oops.
So you have to roll the blunderbuss damage, which is 2d8 plus 1 plus your dex.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, didn't.
How do you want to? We'll just say for brevity's sake, Mallory. How do you want to kill this guy?
Yeah.
As you
Okay.
point the gun right at his chest or something. What do you say? What happens?
Put it at the chest. It's like, getting tired of you, bitch.
All right, let's go to Marcus.
Meet your fate.
You're shooting Eldritch Blast? Okay.
Yep.
Now you're using a range attack that's at disadvantage.
Spell. It's a spell.
It's a range attack, but it's at disadvantage. It's like a range attack. See, Nony is nodding at me.
Is it true?
Disadvantage, yes.
So I still hit the first roll.
He is.
That's
yeah.
cool. We got it. Nope.
You got it.
We'll make it nice and quick. Hit both of them still.
Did you roll disadvantage?
Yep. I rolled them twice. You're just not catching up.
I know. I wish D&D Beyond would have this thing where you could roll with advantage and disadvantage.
24 damage. Turns over.
Where did that druid go? let's go to the twig blights, which are, there's one left right on the battlefield, or was it this? Oh, it's right here. It doesn't want to run into the fire. Ireena, we need to get you some action here. You can make an attack of opportunity on it with your rapier.
Yeah. Okay. So wait.
Roll to hit.
Okay.
You have your rapier out.
I think this is hit with hit DC, right?
You lean your guitar up against this tree as this little twig blight comes scurrying towards your kneecaps. And you hit. Roll for damage. The twig blights have 1 HP.
Obliterated.
Yeah, how do you destroy the twig blight, Ireena?
I just like... I go like that, and it just like...
Esmeralda, you look
Like, it
back
just
as you
sits on
see
the
this twig
ground.
blight go. Ireena's body has changed. She's much stronger than you thought, than you last saw her. She's not like Puny Mist, who misses all of her attacks, on Igot and all these guys. Something has happened to Ireena. Let's go to down the line to who's up next? Nony.
My elk are going to continue. Are these guys still here, or did they run because they no longer have a druid on the field?
Which guys?
The vine blights and everything.
On the left.
I'm going to assume that. How long does your summon creatures last for? Like a minute, right? An hour. We're going to say in the exchange, 2 of them are left and the other 2 are destroyed over the course of the combat.
There's no more druids around.
They're still like persistent. The strong magic is connecting them together. They're like summoned creatures. They're not like there's something else going on.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I will go after the amber.
Maybe if you want to say like apply a roleplay element to it, the distance, the proximity to the amber is keeping them alive.
Okay. Then I will go after the amber.
With yourself. Okay, you're out searching for it. Make a perception roll or an investigation roll, which is ever higher for you.
18.
You find it a smoky rubble. It's exploded out of the chest of this thing. There's a few residual pieces of wood that stick next to it. It's obvious that this amber is very powerful in magic. Something is, amber / gem. I mean, it just looks like it. I have a picture of it. I'll show you after the combat of what it looks like. You're in your wolf form, so you can't really grab it. You could mouth it if you want to.
I stick it in my mouth.
I'm saying it's about this big. It's obviously a little hot, and it kind of burns your mouth a little bit. But with your druid skin on, you can endure it. And as it cools off into your mouth. Let's go down to the needle blights, which have all been destroyed. There's only one guy left in the battlefield. But we go down to Esmeralda, right?
Yes. So I'm going to move here so I can see him. I'm going to shoot at him with my bow.
Wait, remember you get... So when you're attacking from stealth, you get advantage, Esmeralda. Are you rolling with advantage? Okay. I know you're rolling that one. It still misses, unfortunately. It sucks.
Yep. Oh, good.
Do you want to re-stealth?
You
had a natural 20 earlier, so he's the only guy left.
Yeah, exactly. It's fair. It's fair.
He's the only one left, guys, right?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. As you kind of look down in shame a little bit, Van Richten would not be impressed. Let's go down to Ireena. As you obliterate this twig blight with your newfound strength, what do you do?
I'm guessing it doesn't have that many hit points left on it, so can I just use Vicious Mockery?
Roll. I have to make a save, right?
You gotta get a.
You gotta role play it.
Yeah, you gotta role play.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna be like, "Bald naked idiot." That's what I'm gonna say.
He fails a save. Roll for damage, and then add it to the token.
Damage.
Who you calling idiot? Let's go to Alistair.
If it wasn't obvious.
And by the way, your dragon's breath hasn't been used once this whole game, Alistair. What's wrong? Marcus forgot about it.
Can use it.
I know, Marcus
has to use it. I gave him the option.
This cool effect. What do you want to do, Alistair?
Red Frost.
I was gonna do it, but the twig thing died. The tree thing died.
15,
action
I
count.
assume that hits.
Yeah. Thank you for making my life easier. Add it to
8
the thing.
frost
Do I
damage.
need to make a save at all or no?
No, that's just it's a hit.
Okay.
And he'll get the less movement, but I
All
doubt
right.
that matters.
Okay, great. Makes my life a hell of a lot easier. Let's go down to the Berserker. He's the last guy on the battlefield. He says, I will die for my tribe. He has a spear in his hand.
Yes,
It's
you
magical. He swings it out at you. He says, he looks around the battlefield. He's like, the chosen one is here, though. He swings at advantage. Oh, no, I rolled the wrong one. I'm sorry. He misses you. He's like, oh. Let's go down to Mist.
I'll
Come on, guys. There's one guy left.
That's
Yeah,
kind
I know. I'm gonna shoot him with some.
There's 7
sacred
versus
flame.
1. I'm getting bullied. What are you doing,
I'm
Mist?
cast-
You have all these
I'm
epic
cast-
spells. Don't you want to move closer to have your spirit guardians like wreck them?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You need to read up on the spell. Like get like right there or so.
I
And
mean,
then-
it's a brand new spell. I'm trying.
Yeah, I know. I read it last night or the night before. Roll for damage or something. Or I have to make a save or something, right? As these spirits, these fiendish spirits begin to maul this poor guy.
And it's like a wisdom saving throw.
He of DC what?
I'm assuming it's the DC for everything. 14.
Whatever.
He passed.
Mother. Why couldn't I do my spell?
These-
That's just a movement. That's just a movement. I could still cast my
Yes, you can.
cantrip.
What are these fiendish devils doing on me?
Hit him with your mace.
Just like blomp him.
No, I'm gonna hit.
You're out of range. He's not hit. Yeah, you're out of
I'm
range.
gonna. He needs a deck save.
What are you
Swing
doing?
with your devastating mace.
You're casting a spell?
It's a cantrip.
Okay. I rolled well. I am quicker than you.
What the?
You puny cleric.
I can't do anything. I give up.
Let's go down to Mallory.
Hit him with your mace.
Okay,
Mallory, all your guns are jamming. You're like,
All
what
about
is this
spirit.
junk?
a little about Spirit Garden.
Mallory's got to go back to the tinker's
Oh.
shop to unclog these guns.
Yeah.
He takes his roll on Spirit Guardians, he still takes half damage.
Yeah, that's right. He still does take
Roll,
damage.
roll it. These guys are very hardy, like you guys found out from the last game. They have a lot of hit points. They're pretty meaty. Okay, go ahead, Mallory. What are you doing?
I still have one shot with the boomstick, so
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do that.
Don't hit me.
He's the berserker is bloodied. You rolled another one.
Nope, nope.
Don't hit me.
That's just not fair.
I think
Mallory's
Esmeralda's got to
just,
do a
like,
fortune teller on your ass or something.
Throw
'cause
the gun on the
You are
floor,
cursed.
frustrated.
You can't unjam it.
All
right?
3 of your guns.
Nah, I
are
took my
jammed.
reaction already.
No, how does it unjamming work? Dude, you can use another attack action, can't you, to unjam it?
Because it's like 2 attacks per action.
Yeah,
So-
so that's the kind of the drawback to
You
the.
can, no, you can break up your attack. You know, you can like attack.
Yeah, I'm
Can I do
asking.
that?
Attack again.
I don't think that's how it works. So it's like the attack action, but that's the kind of the
Yeah, it's
drawback to the gunslinger thing is when you do roll ones, if you roll, it's just your guns don't work for the whole
free
battle.
today.
1 out of 8,000.
And I think
chance,
they're
you know?
totally busted, right? As the boomstick, you can try to unjam it, but if it fail again, it's
They're
like
both they're both jammed, so I need to like do an action to unjam one of them.
okay. Let's go down the line though to
Action
Marcus.
surge, unjam.
Marcus, what do you want to do?
Surge, right? I do.
Do you want to waste it?
Yeah. Fuck it.
You're
Are you
wasting
serious? I
it?
was just joking.
Yeah.
You've pissed Mallory off as you've mocked her as her
I'm
guns
like,
jam across the
fucking-
battlefield.
All
All
I'm
right,
right.
just-
Mallory, I understand your pain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and fix this stupid boomstick that jammed twice in one game.
Okay,
so
roll
let's
on
plus
it, and
my
Marcus, you're up.
3.
So it's attacking at
Oh,
advantage,
Mallory, I'm
but,
sorry.
but I am attacking at advantage, right?
Yes.
So I don't
He's
need
just-
to reroll for disadvantage.
Come at me!
Back to what I was doing before.
I will take whatever hit.
Ooh, nat 20. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get another one.
Come on, with first of our whole campaign.
Nope.
Snake eyes. How do you kill him?
But yeah, exactly.
How do you kill him?
I just point right at his head since I'm point blank, and I was like, "Welcome to the afterlife."
As all this blood splatters, these devils like get out of the way, and combat is over. What do you guys do? Nony the blank druid has
The force is on
disconnected.
fire. Let's control it.
Let's actually make a roll to see if it catches more on fire. Well, actually, we're going to assume Esmeralda puts it out
Or
and figures
miss,
out a
right,
way,
with
or
her
miss.
water stuff.
Yeah, you guys can do it. You guys are taking over now. Combat is over. What do you guys want to do?
I'm fixing Jamie. First thing first, I'm fixing Jamie, and the boomstick is officially broken.
Mallory, what's happening with your guns?
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it.
Did you break the new one?
Mm.
The
What are
shiny-
these strange machines you hold?
The shiny
They
new
don't
one?
appear very effective in combat.
Okay,
Right?
Jamie's fine.
Oh, an arrow?
Jamie's fine. Jamie's fine. Fucking at least Jamie's fine.
At least one of the machines did well. Good job, A.L.A.S.T.O.R.
But the one your girlfriend gave me is shit. I hate it.
Hey, it's
Good.
nice and shiny.
Quick question, DM. Are there pieces of the tree just lying around everywhere?
As your explosive runes went off, it just like exploded everywhere. There's tree bits around, and you find a smoldering piece of one. Do you want to just put it in your bag?
I
Yeah,
picked
I'm
one
just
off my
gonna
armor,
find the
give it to you.
least burnt bit of tree I can and put a piece in my bag.
You find a little piece of this tree, the vampire tree. You look at the wood of it. It appears to have it's dripping blood a little bit, and you do find the spear on the guy who was just incinerated in front of you, Marcus. It's magical. What do you guys want to do?
Ask Nony about the ember.
Go ahead and ask her.
So what
Strangely, even though it's in your head, you hear the words "What amber?"
You hear what?
Or Amber.
What amber? As
Or
if she's
amber?
talking around it. Even though this is in your head, and in their head is how you can hear it, it still sounds like she has something in her mouth.
Spit it out.
As soon as A.L.A.S.T.O.R hears this, he's gonna look down to his spell book and what's the matter? I don't remember asking you a question. Who am I hearing?
Can I take the ember? Can I hold on to it until you're not a wolf anymore?
I look around. Does everything seem to be dead?
Yes.
Combat appears to be over,
Very dead.
but you guys all get the strange feeling that something is watching you.
My perception of 18.
You rolled a perception check?
No. I have a passive of 18. Remember that whole thing
Yeah.
you went over at the beginning of
Now,
the
I don't have the model, unfortunately. I buffed that one up again. But we're kind of doing theater of the mind. From behind one of the trees, you hear a voice. It's a familiar voice. You guys left me behind. As the headless body of Sinros comes from around a tree, he's holding his head.
I have his head in my bag.
Yeah.
You look into your bag, the head is still there. But Sinros is there, and his head is talking. It's being clasped on it. I'll just put out a little model of it, represented by this. It comes out from behind one of the trees.
Okay.
You guys left me. It walks closer to you.
I
What
pull
the-
out my bow and shoot at it.
God, oh god.
Make an attack roll
Oh god, oh god.
as a surprise attack, because you're still stealth, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Being a
stealth.
gloom stalker.
24.
The arrow passes through it, and it fades as it appears to be an illusion of some kind. And then you hear a cackle from above you.
Oh god.
I look up.
Look up.
Yeah.
I haven't had this much fun in a long time. As Strahd emerges,
Oh,
No.
I will
Oh
pull out
no.
his model.
Here I go into the woods.
Don't worry, I got you.
Never to
I
be
would
seen
like
again.
to use
I
my
stealth with my cloak. I'm
He-
like, don't look at me.
Drops his invisibility as he floats down to here. And he says, as he claps his hands, well done, well done. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. A man must display some madness from time to time. It makes him feel alive.
I look around.
What do you guys do?
Where did everybody go?
You guys all ran off? You guys all... Did you guys run off?
We're
Guys
all
run off?
Yeah, everyone's
side.
not nearby.
So Marcus is the only
Mist in
one
my cloak. I'm like,
where I'm not touching your models. So if you've left the battlefield, let me know. Has anybody...
We're still there. We're just
Okay,
slightly
yeah.
off to the right.
He notices
It's like
you.
hiding in the bushes.
Over in the
I'm within
bushes.
range. That's the
Can't
important
see.
part.
Alistair, you're kind of out there a little bit.
Alastor is
Okay.
very skeptically. His eyes like dilate a little bit. The lenses dilate and go back as he tries to really understand what he's looking at.
He looks over at Nony. He says, "Go ahead. Take the stone and its power. For I have had it in my possession for too long, I would say. For I will give you a chance to beat me anyways. For you do not even understand its power, as I have. But congratulations, the ritual, I should say, is now complete. But more importantly," he points to Ireena,
She's hiding.
see me? I'm in my cloak.
"Step forth, child." As he gestures to Ireena. What does Ireena do?
I'm staying right behind Miss.
"Do not be afraid, for you and I have already shared blood." Go ahead, Nony. You don't have to raise your hand, Nony. Just speak up.
Well, I've tried to, and
I overruled you?
Okay, so I would like to use my perk of commanding animals once per day,
Yes.
and I would like to take one of my beetles and send it into his pouch to devour any
Old
hair.
beetles.
So you see it. You sent. He's. You're communicating telepathically to this beetle. You're using the special ability we talked about. I wish we would have had our one-on-one to really refine it, because I was going to probably change it to like an advantage thing, but that's okay. The beetle goes out, flies towards Strahd, and the amber crystal, which is in your mouth, you have to because you have to shapeshift back into elf form for you to get the access to your beetle. You're already, I see your model shapeshift back, right?
Yeah, I
so I'm
already
not
said I should-
great.
yeah.
So
It's still
the
in my
beetle
mouth.
has headed out. Strahd makes a perception roll to see if the beetle is coming to him. Something is happening with the amber, though you don't quite understand. He notices the beetle coming at it. He grabs it in the middle of the air, says, and he just crushes it in between his hands. "Ireena, come closer."
Are you gonna go closer?
I don't wanna. He kind of bit me.
Well, do you want me to go with you?
He points
Yeah,
toward.
hold
He
my
says,
hand.
"I will show you how. We will see how much your adventurers care about you." He pulls down his like sleeves as he's kind of wearing this. I want to say kind of like, I think of like Lestat and his like, colonial clothes type of thing, Barovian clothes. He pulls back. He shows his wrist. You see like a bite mark on his wrist, and he says, "You and I have already shared blood. For I have given you the greatest gift of all, the blood kiss."
Yeah.
And slowly he looks over at Marcus. "She will become one of us. She will become as powerful as me."
Oh.
Good. We can use that to kill you.
Really? What do you guys do?
No, I just.
I'm gonna
stay
head back
with
to the
Ireena.
winery.
I'm just chilling with Miz.
You have to walk past Strahd.
Well, it was nice seeing you.
And he says, as you take a dash action
Marcus
off,
is like,
No,
"Okay,
there's
bye."
no dash action. I'm
Yes.
just walking.
let's remove your character back for a second. As Strahd says, he like dematerializes with a vampire speed, steps in front of you, and says, "You must pay the tax first. For you've already threatened me, Lord."
Marcus, be careful.
He holds out his hand. "The tax is whatever you want it to be. If I am satisfied, I will let you live. If not, I will hurt you badly. But you did entertain me with these mountain folk, for they are just peasants to me." And he looks over to Ireena, "And you as well."
sign behind that.
What do you guys do?
A.L.A.S.T.O.R makes a sketch of
He gets
Strahd
impatient
into
as
his
Marcus, as his hand is out, and Marcus is refusing to offer him anything.
I pull out the hair from Ambrosius and toss it to him. Your prize.
She was a girl to me, one of many of my consorts, as you well know. But I will show you my hair. He pulls out a hair of his own. It's a bundle of blonde hair. And he hands it to you.
I don't take it.
You do not want to take your sister's hair. She is with me right now in the Ravenloft. For when you first stepped here, I found out who you were, Lord. And I sent word to Ian, who was very grateful enough to send her here. I have kept her in safekeeping, but if you disobey me, well, something might happen. He gets a little angry. He's like, Ireena, come closer.
You want to come with me a little bit?
I just grab Irina's coat and just yank her in the back.
Okay, you don't want Ireena to come
Hey,
closer?
Mallory. Okay, thanks. I don't really want to go closer.
Right. Well, she can't.
He says, your offering was unappreciated, Lord. Shall we roll initiative?
No.
As he begins to attack Marcus.
Oh, I'm
God.
good. I'm gonna do what I did last time and just cry in the corner.
We will now roll initiative. Let me take a few seconds to kind of clean up the board as because he's not surprising Marcus per se. He's right in front of him, so Marcus can lift his shield and defend himself. He is beginning combat.
Why you gotta do this?
Let me pat. Just take
Listen,
his,
we can stay out of it. It's fine.
I mean, I still have that blessing, so that's good.
Is this true? He does. still
the
have
spirit guardians have left. Any other kind of combat 1-minute bonuses have left.
Oh yeah.
He
Now,
said,
how long is yours?
and Strahd
It's been a
says,
while.
I will attack you
Oh,
with no help this time because I do not need it.
it takes It's 1 hour, so he still has warding bond on him.
Yeah, sure.
It lasts for an hour.
What does that do exactly?
Any damage he takes is halved because he's resistant.
But it goes
to all
on to
damage
you.
now.
But it goes.
Any damage he does end up taking, we both take, and
It's
then
just
he
shared
gets.
damage. It's not resistant.
And
damage.
then it's resistance.
Read the spell again.
I've read it.
Okay. I will have to read it. I don't think it's resistance though to all damage
Yeah,
types.
You gain 1 bonus AC and to saving throws, and is resistant to all damage.
Okay.
Any damage he takes, I will also take.
Okay. So that means you take half damage to any damage Strahd does or tries to
him,
do you.
Yes. Yes. to him, yes.
But Strahd has been watching you this whole time.
And
He knows that this is on him as well. We will. I have to bust out Strahd's thing. Give me a second. There he is. Sorry, guys. Strahd gets no lair action this time.
while he's doing that, who all has damage taken?
You guys need to know your HP now as we are beginning to roll initiative. I will roll it. I want
I
to
don't have
play
any
my
damage.
awesome music.
I'm at less than half.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna cast Prayer of Healing at the beginning of at my turn.
Strahd Esmeralda is up first.
Okay.
What do you do? You're not
I
stealth.
am going to. I'm not stealth.
Roll a stealth roll. We'll counter it with Strahd's roll right now.
21.
Your stealth. I will assume
Okay,
you get a
I-
stealth action off while they're doing this.
I fire my bow at him. 20, which I'm guessing hits.
It hits. Come at
Okay.
me. For you, I will
And-
take my tax, as I am the lord of the land. Whether it be a pound of your flesh or your coin.
Because it's the first turn, I get to attack again.
That's right. You get another attack action. Put out the token on Strahd.
Yep. Does 15 hit? I guess I.
It does not hit.
Oh, but.
He dodges out of the way as the second arrow comes at them.
Alright.
You struck a god. Feel impressed yet?
And then for my bonus action, I am going to hide.
Okay. Go down the line to Mallory.
Yep. Mallory's still hot from that encounter, so she's gonna shoot twice with Jamie.
Oh, actually, it's my turn. Let me bust out the legendary tokens. As Strahd will make an attack action. Let me, I'm gonna make this kind of a little more visible. Actually, no, I gotta hide it back here.
I wonder if we cast Lamont's tiny hut.
What are you talking about?
We need to do that before he showed up if we were gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does take one pass if you're casting off of your spell.
He attacks Marcus.
But also, I'm pretty sure he has counterspell.
He does.
He only has so many reactions.
Yeah.
We wouldn't get a full minute.
27, he hits Marcus for half damage.
I cast shield, he misses.
What's your AC?
30.
No, it's 20 something, right? Oh, yeah,
It's 22 plus my shield
Mark it
of
on your
faith,
sheet.
plus her plus 1 plus 5. It's 30.
Mark it on your sheet. He says, impressive. That's his legendary action. Now it's down the line to Mallory.
Yep. Gulthais sharpshooter. Let's go. That's a
hit.
18? Yeah. 13 points of damage.
Put it down in the sheet. It does. What gun are you attacking with?
Jamie, because the other one is actually broken.
It does half damage to him because it's non-magical.
Right.
So just
Well,
whatever it is, round down. Divide by 2, round down.
13, so that's like 6.
Yeah, 6 damage. Let's go, and you can make a move action now if you want to, so just move your character. As Strahd will make another legendary action. As your shield...
oh wait, I'm shooting twice.
Go ahead. That's right.
Yeah,
Shoot
let's
again.
just do them twice, whatever. I have nothing
That's
to
a
lose.
hit. Because you're not rolling with that. So, again, half damage.
So that's a
Beast things to me.
9, 5, 4. Not good with math.
There is no one else here. It's just me.
Is
What
that
is
true?
it? You have to make it. You have to waste an action to make an insight roll.
No.
Let's go. Your turn is over. He makes a legendary action. I'm going to change his model to his dashing model. When Strahd makes a legendary move, he provokes no attack of opportunity. I have to put the measuring stick on him.
Where are you going?
He sees that you have. And it's not his.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
He sees you the tank.
I have to put his little measuring thing.
Where are you? Where are you running to, buddy?
He says soon. He dashes in front of A.L.A.S.T.O.R.
Oh, come on.
Where
He says, "My tax, please." It is now. That's his second legendary action. It is now.
His turn.
No, it's
No,
My turn.
I was about to say,
It's-
when does A.L.A.S.T.O.R get to
it's
go
A.L.A.S.T.O.R.'s
here?
turn. It's A.L.A.S.T.O.R.'s turn. Go ahead, A.L.A.S.T.O.R.
Oh, geez. I am not as tanky as Marcus up there.
Well, Marcus also wastes a shield. I have a shield icon too.
I
Let me bust out the
waste-
shield thing. Think about what you want to do while I bust that out.
I feel like I
Stand.
know what the result of this is going to be, but I want him to make a wisdom saving throw.
There's a shield thing for you, Marcus. You see that?
Yeah, it just lasts like a.
It lasts one round, but you gain the whole AC bonus through the round. He fails his wisdom save.
Alright, he is slowed.
Oh, yeah.
So,
He uses one of his legendary resistances to resist it. Certain creatures, like Strahd, have a certain amount of legendary resistance per day. He wastes one of them. He says, "Bull is stronger than you. I will show you his power."
It's
Go
still
ahead.
the same day as the first.
Yeah.
our first
He never
time.
used a legendary resistance on Yester Hill. That is true, though. You never used it. Let's go. He makes another legendary action as he.
Where are you going?
Real quick, bonus action.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast second level Dragon's Breath on myself. Won't
As
come
a
up
bonus action. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. It's a concentration spell.
It is. It doesn't
Okay.
matter since. Well, I mean, it will if he hits me, but.
He's going to. He says, since you've tried to attack him and not offered him his tribute, he swings out to attack you. He rolls a 13.
Yep, that hits.
Oh.
23 damage
Yep, that's a lot.
of necrotic damage as a wave of necrotic damage washes over Alistair's body.
I've got to make a Constitution saving throw. And I get a nat 1. But that. Wait,
Oh
what?
no.
Oh,
That
no,
means
it's a
your-
7. My bad. 7.
Your Constitution, your
Yeah, I
the
got a
spell.
10.
So mark off the spells that you're casting. The concentration is broken, and the fire damage is gone. Or the
It's 10 for the save, right?
yeah, but you rolled a 7.
Plus 3. I rolled. It looked like a 1 on the die. That's why I said 1.
But
But it was a 7.
it's either or
But-
half, so it's either 23. So the DC is actually 11 or 12 or something. It's 11, right?
Round
'Cause it's
down, so
round
whatever.
down. So it's 11. So it's either 10 or 11. So you fail. The concentration is broken. He says, "I will show you what a real caster looks like." He makes another. Your turn is over. He makes another legendary action. As he sees, he looks at you to see if you've given up, though.
I don't know what I would give him. I have no body parts necessarily.
He says, "I will just take it from you." As he tries to knock you out. I rolled a nat 1 on his legendary action. He says, "You're very quick today, I see." Let's go down the line to Mist.
I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing on everyone except for Marcus because you're too far away.
What's the range of the circle? Oh, so everybody up,
30.
Marcus gets it. Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone gets it, so
Oh.
roll the healing on it and make a move action if you need to.
I do not. 10. So everyone gets 10 hit points.
He makes another legendary action against Alistair, as his legendary actions are about to reset. Makes his last one. He tries to knock Alistair out. He rolls a 13.
Yeah, it's.
15 damage.
I'm still up. Thank you for healing.
Okay. His legendary... Now, his legendary resistances do not reset. They reset every day. Okay? But his legendary actions reset. As it comes to his turn, you think about what I want to do. He looks over in your direction, Alistair. Your bird is in the way.
Hey.
He sees Ireena there too, and he says,
Hey.
"Your new body will help you against this. I will change his model."
No, come on.
Oh no.
Against what?
As he begins to cast lightning bolt.
What?
Because you see this electrical charge form between his hands, and he springs it out. It affects, we'll say it affects Alistair, his bird, Ireena, and Mallory.
Not Owl.
Everybody makes a dexterity saving throw, and then I'll tell
Alfred.
Alfred, I'm sorry.
No.
Also
Not
a
Alfred.
dex save.
So it's a dex
Alistair
save.
is 100% down.
Oh,
on this.
what? I got a
The
9.
DC, so now Alistair is in death saving throws.
Oh fuck.
So
Oh my goodness.
just keep that in mind.
I love
Alfred.
that spell. I have it on my other character.
I got 17 on the saving throw. That one in dex.
I got a fat 9.
I'm trying to pull up.
Body has not moved one bit.
You should have been right behind me, Ireena. What the crap?
I am!
Oh, the,
No.
the,
Well,
DC,
if he's by Marcus, I am. If he's by Alice,
the DC is high. What did everybody roll? Let me look.
Crying.
17.
Mallory passes.
Okay.
You take half damage. Let me pull up his spell. I have a spell sheet for him. I will roll damage.
Alfred.
33 damage or half damage if you made your save. So, Mallory, you take half damage of lightning damage. as Alistair and his owl,
15.
as owl is disintegrated
No.
and just vanishes as electrical energy arcs over him. And he says, I will get my tax in blood or coin.
You already did earlier.
He can actually now make a move action as Alistair put out the unconscious token, and when it comes to your turn, I will roll your death saving throws. By the way, the
Yes,
damage that you
yes.
guys did to him regenerates. All
And
the
he
damage
disappears.
regenerates, and he disappears. Woo! Where'd he go?
Where'd it go?
Where'd he at? I had to pull out his thing here. Did I delete him? Oh my god.
Alfred.
He doesn't exist in this.
Where did he
universe
go?
anymore.
Oh my
Vanished.
god.
He's obviously
I
scared
don't want to
of
hit the
us.
undo button because I'm afraid it'll crash the game. I'm gonna try though.
Don't do the sad token. Oh,
I don't know if it did.
Oh, you broke the game.
There
It's
we
fine,
go.
it's
too
fine, it's fine.
tempted. Just too tempted to have the model.
Oh shit, fuck.
I accidentally I see something loading.
It's cool.
Oh no.
I'm sure it's fine.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, guys.
Redo.
20 minutes later.
It's kind of like that quick save moment in the game. You're like, fuck. I need to reload
okay.
it.
Oh,
Is it
are we
loading
back?
up? I think
Oh,
we're
we're
back, kind of. Okay,
Uh,
thank
One.
God. It
Okay.
kind of worked, maybe.
Everything's still loading.
Shot's still not there on my screen, but
and we're back.
Taking some time.
Oh, it's kind of. It's kind of.
Oh, it didn't load him in. Oh, shit.
No, Strahd isn't here.
Fucking A.
He just bamfed back to Ravenloft.
Unconscious face he is.
Okay, fortunately, I have another bag in here.
Ah, crap.
Oh, I got him, yes. I found him again. It's a miracle.
Oh, yay! Yay!
Boo. Boo.
So here he is again. Okay, great.
Boo.
Here he is in lightning form.
Boo.
I just cast a spell. Now I get to make a move action. As I now will add a... I know, guys. I'm prepared.
Boo.
No, you're fine.
He moves up to mist.
Oh god.
As he's like, you may keep the stone. It is now Marcus's turn. Your shield is worn off. Let's remove the shield icon from Marcus.
I am going to... Oh, where is he?
He's right here.
In front
The
of me.
giant figure of lightning.
1, 2, 3, 4. Off.
His wounds have re-healed. He's like, my body is perfect. Wouldn't you
gonna-
agree, Ireena?
I'm gonna... Wait, hold on. Where's Alistar?
right next
Alistair
to
is
you.
unconscious.
Ah!
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over here and do,
Cast the cantrip.
No.
What are you doing? You're healing him for
Yeah,
1
do lay
HP.
on hands for
Okay.
1 HP. Ding, you're back alive.
He's back up with 1 HP. Remove the unconscious token. He's actually, you have to put the prone token out now, Alistair, as you've been knocked over prone.
There you go.
Strahd,
You're back up, buddy.
Marcus's turn is over. Strahd makes a legendary action. And he swings out at Mist. 14.
I didn't even ask if I want to give him anything.
What's your AC? 14. He hit you. He hit you.
Oh,
You take 20 points of damage and make a Constitution saving throw for your concentration as a wave of necrotic energy happens. And he says, I see the dark gods have already blessed you. Let me
dark
complete
gods.
it. He says that to
What's
Mist.
happening?
I see they have blessed you with their powers. Let me complete it.
Okay.
You take 20 points of damage. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I did the 18 for
You
Constitution
passed it
save.
for now.
Only-
Your
only
ability
the
of the
light save.
between Marcus is still up. Your one ability between him.
No,
Let's-
I don't think that's a concentration.
It's not a Constitution
Which is
thing.
pretty cool.
Okay.
It's weird.
All right.
That's awesome.
It's still up then. As Mist takes a lot of damage. Now, how much HP do you have, Mist?
32. I'm fine.
What's your total max HP?
55.
So you don't take massive damage. It is now Nony's turn. Right? Yep. As Nony is disappointed again.
First things first, Moonbeam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just don't hit me.
if you can, pull it out of your bag, and you can put down that moonbeam. The spell effect. Do you know where it is?
No.
So if you go over to your part of the table, into your bag, people are arrowing it. There we go. So pull it out onto them. That's the daylight spell.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool, though.
That was
huh?
bright. It's like a flashlight.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So he sees this beam of radiant energy fall onto him. And he looks over at Nony in disappointment.
Great. So he does the save at disadvantage, and he cannot change his shape until after he gets out of it.
Sure.
And it is radiant damage.
That's correct. And we will roll it when it's his turn.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you doing, Nony, as you're out in the open with the amber? Are you moving? Bonus action?
So the two elks are then going to go attack him.
Okay, let's move the elks into position as they move up, and we're going to
There's
sing.
your sacrifice.
They move up, these summoned creatures come up to him.
Yep. So with a 19 to hit.
That hits him.
120 feet.
He takes half damage because it's not considered magical.
Right. That was a shitty roll. So 5 damage total.
Pathetic. Put out the token, as I'll just reduce it to 0 when he regenerates.
Yeah.
He says, I enjoy your spirit.
So let me
Boy,
be
will make
clear.
it more pleasurable when I take it from you.
In front of me.
Yep. What do you want to do in front of you?
I put the moonbeam in front of me after I move.
Yeah, sure.
So that if he comes near me...
It's not in him.
Right, but if he comes near me, he's going to be in it.
But now I'm in
Sure.
it.
Yeah, I'm trying to move things.
Oh, okay.
So how the moonbeam works, guys, where do you exactly want it? See, the indicator is out. You want it right there? Well, okay, I'll just put it right here for really...
So
It can't
on
work.
one
I'm sorry,
side,
it can't work.
Emerald on another, and
Yeah,
moonbeam
okay.
on another.
Yes, okay. Sure. Okay. It is now Strahd's second legendary action. He says, you know what I said to you on Yester Hill, Mist. For
Yes.
your body must die for you to cross over. He misses you as he uses another legendary action. It is now Ireena's turn.
I gotta heal. I'm gonna inspire Mist. Because I don't really want to do anything too drastic. You get to add a 7 to a roll.
The look on your guys' faces is priceless. Like Marcus's face. I mean, Strahd was right in your pie, guys. I mean, what do you want me to do?
He keeps running. Stop running.
That's all I'm gonna do.
So you've inspired someone. You're not going to attack Strahd at all.
I mean,
My love.
I just inspired Mist. She's got +7 to
Makes
any-
another legendary reaction on Mist.
You're gonna miss again?
Probably. He rolls a 12.
Zing!
Yeah, he misses.
Oh boy.
It is now Esmeralda's turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on Strahd.
Okay, you have spell slots on Esmeralda, so you mark those spell slots. Put the Hunter's Mark out as your bonus action. Are you going to shoot at him?
No, I'm going to hide as my action.
Okay.
So that I'm stay hidden.
If he wants to come after you, we'll roll opposing rolls. You can roll a stealth roll if you want to. Let's roll. He doesn't use a legendary action. Mallory, you're up.
Yeah. Jamie's out of bullets. I need to reload. That's gonna take a full action.
What is going on up here? Sleep? Who's casting sleep? Let me delete that real quick. What is
Sorry, I
this?
put that out earlier.
There's
just,
some ball of something out there now. Someone added a spotlight.
I'm thinking like, what the fuck can I give him? I can't give him anything. Fuck, shit, balls. How's the layout? Okay, what I'm gonna do is that I am going to.
I'm putting the time cube down on you.
Not the cube! Not the cube! I'm gonna go here and I'm going to reload Jamie because that's all I can do.
Roll it.
No, I mean, like, it's just an action to put more bullets in.
Okay. Great.
Because I'm
Yep.
out of bullets.
It is now Alistair's turn. And you are 1 HP, Alistair.
Yes, I realize.
What are you doing?
Probably about to just be sprinting.
Gonna sprint off the battlefield, Alistair? You're gonna run away?
Yeah, I mean.
Where do you run to? You want to run towards them? You want to run towards the Martikovs?
I was like, A.L.A.S.T.O.R, last time anyone ran, they might have died.
Alistair takes off, booking.
I'm like, no.
You run off this way, Alistair?
There's clearly nothing that I can really do to help you guys here. I have nothing I can give to him. I physically have nothing on my body. So.
Goodbye, Alistair.
I'm sorry, guys. But
Alistair
just...
runs off towards the Martikovs.
Like
And
a
Strahd, as you run off, he says, he cackles. He gets a legendary action on Mist. He's bullying Mist.
Poor Mist.
I will strike at you. Now, I think Bardic Inspiration, you can reduce my roll, correct?
I can.
But
Yeah.
but it's too low. It's too high of a roll still.
Yeah.
As you take 20 points of necrotic damage. Missed.
Are
I'm
you
at
missed?
12.
Okay.
Your stamina has proven you well. He says, forsake the god of Faltun and I will let you live. What do you say? Serve Nony, the god of twilight in full. What do you say to him? As your turn comes up, it's your turn.
Serve the god of light.
Valtun is gone. She died in the last war. Shall I prove it to you? What do you say?
Yes.
You forgive it? How do you do it? Do you take off your amulet or something? I'm not metagaming you. You have to do it.
I know.
Prove it to me.
I will take off her amulet and I will throw it onto the ground and smash it.
What else do you do?
I will look up at him and say that I revoke Fulton.
Excellent. It is now he spends another legendary action. Satisfied, he's like, with your response. He looks back at Marcus. A bold challenge. He moves, takes a legendary move action to move into your range. Does not provoke an attack of opportunity when he does so. As he explodes into 1,000 bats instantly and coalesces around you. His hands sparkle around you. I have to decide what spell he's going to cast. His legendary reactions reset. Do you know fear, Lord? I will teach you fear, for you will learn to fear the night.
What's it gonna do?
Okay, he's got like
He casts.
25 AC.
I want to see you look at me when I kill you. He's just gonna do. He's not even gonna. I really should cast a spell with him. He's going to cast. He casts.
With what should I
Make a
cast?
constitution. No, exactly. Cast. He casted Ustar Unala. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Remember to add 1.
God.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yeah.
Roll with inspiration as he begins to
Single
make
point.
some necromantic chanting.
So it'd be 16?
Is that with all the bonuses?
Yeah.
Failure. The DC was 17. Do you want to use a fate point?
No.
I roll the damage. It's a lot of dice. You take 30 points of necrotic damage.
It's halved because he's
So I take
resistant.
15.
And you
He's
take the other
15,
half.
And I'm down.
You begin to take death saving throws
No.
when it comes to your turn. Strahd's turn is over.
No longer
Now
have
Strahd makes a move, I think, outside of his legendary actions. You get an attack of opportunity, so he's sitting right in front of you.
Ooh.
It is
do?
now
Oh, I do.
Marcus's turn. He says, I will teach you fear. You need to take a Constitution saving throws. You've just taken massive damage. No, you didn't, actually.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you do not, because you took half damage, and you have, I think, over that amount. So you have over 30 HP.
The spell is now over because I am unconscious.
So your spell is ended, though.
No, your spell is just on.
No, it's as she
Gone
loses
for an hour.
consciousness, it's gone.
Oh, there's no
Okay.
concentration.
So she will.
I have to
it doesn't
roll
matter.
for.
It says in it, if I hit 0, the spell
Oh.
ends.
Okay, and I lose my concentration, by the way, as well.
Okay. I don't know what you had. Okay, yep.
I had a shield of faith.
Okay.
Whoops.
I will teach you fear.
Will you? Okay, I'll cast this. I cast protection from good and evil.
Okay. Now Strahd has the Warcaster feat. He gets whenever
he does.
you do this make a spell attack. Actually, it's not an attack of opportunity because you're not making provoking attack at op. Oh yeah, when you're casting a spell within his range, I think. Is that how it works, Nony? No, that isn't. It's just as a
What are
reaction.
you trying to do?
No, he doesn't get an attack. I'm sorry, I messed up. But he does have the Warcaster feat. Go ahead, Marcus. You cast it. What else do you do?
I'm level 5, so that's it.
You don't want to move?
Why
Good point.
would I move?
Let's go down the line to Nony. And before you do that, he's a legendary action on Marcus. And he doesn't like Marcus's insolence, so he attacks him with full force. Rolls as an 11. It is now Nony's turn.
Nony would like to hold ready an action to move her moonbeam, which is an action,
Okay.
right before Strahd's turn.
Sure.
Strahd does not know this, so you
Yes.
as the DM, I would ask that you keep that knowledge separate.
Well, I don't know what you're trying to. I still don't know. As the DM, I don't know what you're trying to do. Really, I'm assuming that the thing about Moonbeam is it like has to start on his turn. So the Moonbeam in and of itself is very useless against Strahd, as he could just use if he has a legendary action, he will just move right out of it.
Right. And that's why I'm readying my action to right before Strahd's turn, moving it on
Okay.
him.
Next
And my
up is
bonus-
Ireena. He looks. He doesn't use. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nony.
And my bonus action, I will turn into a wolf.
Thank you. Change.
I
your-
will put the amber in my bag and then turn into a wolf. Therefore, it is now part of me.
Smart. Thank you. Very smart. Are you just standing around? You're not decided to run off the battlefield? You're doing this preparatory action? Okay.
Nope, I gotta stay within 120 feet.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't metagame. Let's go
Farewell.
to... Let's go down to Ireena. He looks over at
A.L.S.T.O.R.
Ireena. He's like... He looks back quickly at you, Ireena. What do you do?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, I have a question. So if I put temporary hit points on somebody, and like let's say I put temporary hit points on Mist, can she like revive
No.
from that? No?
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Well, shit.
When it comes to Mrs. Turn, I will roll death saving
Yeah.
throws.
I was just trying to find a way around it.
Does anybody have any health potions?
I don't. I do
You
not.
can use a medicine check. The medicine check is rolled in secret.
I can.
And it can either heal or hurt Mist.
I can do a medicine check.
Yes, if you want to try to stabilize.
How's your medicine bonus?
It's a +2, which is not the best.
And all that does is it helps her with a saving throw. It gives her a positive saving throw.
I mean, if you would want me to do it, Miss,
I'm going
then
to put
I
the
would,
time
like,
cube on you right now.
I really don't.
You do
know.
you, hun. If you want to, go ahead.
I just don't want to fuck you over. You know?
Do you want me to roll a death saving throw, a d20 in secret? I have them back here. For a medicine check.
Sure, it gets
Yeah,
a plus 2.
Sure, I'll roll it right now.
Yeah.
I've rolled it. You do not know the result. I flip over a token.
That's fine.
Token has been flipped.
Okay, let's go to... and all this does is stabilize Mist. It doesn't bring her to 1 HP if she passes it. As she is bleeding out from all the damage she's taken. Let's go... Strahd spends a legendary action as you are right in front of him, Marcus.
Hi.
Rolls a 21, does not hit.
I was gonna say you're rolling at disadvantage now because of my spell.
Why? Because of this thing?
Protection from good and evil. You can't like charm, fear, frighten me, and you have disadvantage on all your attack rolls.
Because of undead?
Yeah.
He says, evil. You are the true evil.
Evil will never do well here.
Okay, so it is now... Who's up? I lost track.
I'm up, I'm pretty sure.
Esmeralda, you're up. Top of the round, round number 3. As you've just
Gonna fire
remained
him.
stealth.
With my short bow, all of which misses. Then
Oh,
I'm
no.
going to re-stealth.
Okay,
That's my turn.
great. Did you roll with advantage?
I did. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Okay. Sad
It was
times.
not good.
Let's go. Strahd makes another legendary action. He sees that you're casting this magic on yourself and stuff like that. He is going to come up to. I'm going to make a. What did you roll? Let me see the stealth roll you made to see if he notices you. You have to beat his passive perception. As you're shooting your bow and arrow, he doesn't notice
27.
it, and you roll it with advantage too. He notices Nony
Okay.
though. I'm gonna move him around this corner as he's trying to move away from the sunbeam. He can't quite get up to you yet. It is now Mallory's turn.
Yep. Okay. That I'm gonna try something real stupid. Okay. So I'm behind the tree and I'm just gonna yell up at Strahd. Like I'm gonna ask him something. Hey, Strahd, do you think it's boring? Just wait until we're stronger and you'll have way more fun. So leave us alone for now.
Drop all your gold and run away then. That's his response.
No, it's
it-
no persuasion shit, but that's fine.
Oh, you want to make a persuasion roll?
Yeah, like this is no fun. Just like wailing on us while we're doing nothing. Just have ask for.
I'll
real
have you
fight
make a
from
roll
them.
at disadvantage.
Okay.
But I will let-
inspired. Be inspired.
I don't have an inspired thing.
You could use a fate point too if you want to.
Yeah, nah.
You rolled a perception
tried.
check.
You're doing perception. You need to do persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh, sorry. I'm slightly dyslexic.
Reroll it at disadvantage.
Perception,
Yeah,
performance,
15.
whatever.
Yeah, no.
A 5.
I mean, I could use my fate point, but
a good idea.
like, nah.
Okay. Is your turn over?
Uh,
Do you want to shoot at Strahd?
but I can't do any.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to
Yeah,
hit.
let's
and see if you do
some-
damage to him, and then just put the damage token out. We're going to move down the line.
Yeah.
Alistair has fled the
sharpshooter.
battlefield. Mist,
Sharpshooter.
you're up. I'm going to roll a death saving throw for
Violent
Mist in
shot.
secret.
Oops. Oops. Oops.
By the way, Mist, you take a stack of exhaustion from dropping to 0.
Yeah, that is.
If I miss a saving throw by 5 or more, you also take a stack of exhaustion as you bleed out. I rolled again. I flip over a token.
Ooh.
Okay. You did some damage there?
Yeah, so that
Strahd
is
makes
a
his
12
last legendary action.
plus
Yep.
that was a violence shot, so that is plus another d10.
It's the beginning of his turn, right before he regenerates all that HP anyways. As he looks over at
Plus
Mallory, he says, futile.
4.
As he goes around to Mist. Not Mist, Nony.
That's like a 16.
Because he's avoiding Marcus for now. He goes up to Nony and he says, how many skins can you wear, Druid? We're about to find out.
Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
So you move the moonbeam in front of him?
That was my ready action.
That's right. And he takes radiant damage.
Correct.
Ow! His most feared damage the undead have.
He fails the saving throw.
Oh wait, it's halved, so it's like 8.
He moves now out of the moonbeam, though. You can roll now. You have to separate it out. Let's mark it out with the blue token for radiant damage, please. I'll put it out right there. Mark the radiant damage you do as he fails his saving throw. And now he moves out of the moonbeam in his turn in his threat of range, just to pivot around you. And then he casts a spell.
Wow. What about the elk?
And he will cast it.
That's not my turn.
Oh, I thought it was your turn.
It was just a held action.
He doesn't see Esmeralda. Esmeralda now is in the open, really. Don't move your character.
Yeah.
He casts
Someone.
He casts lightning bolt again.
Oh.
I'm going to cast at 5th level across, and it's going to hit Nony, Esmeralda, Mist, and Ireena.
Oh God.
Mist could die right now, by the way, guys.
Oh no.
Mist automatically fails any dexterity saving throw, so Mist is automatically hit by it. So I roll damage against Mist, and
And me.
I don't think it's critical damage though.
Wait, do I gotta
No, probably not.
do a thingy?
Well, Mist, you can use a fate point if you don't want him to hit you. Otherwise, there's a chance you could die.
I'll use a fate point. Why not?
The
Boom.
lightning bolt misses you as it arcs over your body. Does anybody else want to use a fate point?
See, the
Wait,
light is
wait,
with
what's-
you, Mist.
Anybody want to use a
Oh,
fate
I
point or
just-
inspiration point? As he
I just
casts,
missed whatever the last like 30 seconds were. What is going on?
he says,
You're
he begins to
dying.
charge a lightning bolt and throw it
Yeah.
at you.
Awesome. Okay.
He says, I will not kill you, my dear. Don't worry. But I have given you the
points.
blood kiss. But these peasants refuse to pay their toll.
Yeah, paid my toll.
So it misses Mist. Everybody has to make the dexterity saving throw. Did everybody make their dex save for starters?
I did not.
So Nony fails. What is it?
I didn't roll yet.
Okay, I saw someone rolled it. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
it's
Roll
me.
Nony.
I
You pass
Esmeralda,
Okay. Ireena
I
passes.
forgot what wolf dexterity is. Give me 1 second.
Okay. It's a dex save.
Oh, it's a dex save?
It's a dex
wait,
save.
hold on. Okay, just kidding.
Come on, guys.
I have a way bigger multiplier.
Exactly.
Sorry, I just did dex
You
save.
take half damage, but it's a lot of damage, guys. He mass
It's a
casts it.
straight line. He's like,
Alright.
He casts his only 5th level spell.
oh God, he's getting you a whole like
Oh
a
God.
dead line.
Fuck.
I have another his spell sheet, and I'm just like in D&D Beyond, guys. I'm clicking off his spells as they go. Did you roll it?
What's the level?
You failed. Your save, Nony.
What is the
It's a
level?
5th level spell.
It's a 5th level spell.
No,
The
I
DC?
said, what is the DC?
I can't tell you. Do you want to use your inspiration?
Okay,
you have
because I
it?
have no, I needed to know to see if I failed or not because I have an additional plus. It was
You failed.
okay.
What is your plus to dexterity?
It's a +2, which
You failed.
I mean, it's fine to tell me that, but like it would be kind if you.
I can't tell you the DC because then you have to decide if you want to use your inspiration, and then it'll tell you that it's over. Okay, you guys ready to take damage?
Go ahead.
You have a chance. Anybody who wants to use a fate point to avoid the damage. So completely avoid the damage.
Go for it.
Anybody else? So Nony says go for it. Esmeralda, you take half damage. Ireena takes half damage. Ready?
Yep.
Well, Nony's also in wolf form, so she'll just drop out. But she'll take a stack of exhaustion if it does over half damage. 40 damage of lightning. Streaks across your body. Nony needs to make a DC. Anybody who has less than 40 less than, so it does 40 HP. So Esmeralda, what's your total hit point max?
My max 55.
So you don't make a massive damage. Say, but Nony has to make a DC 15 con save for massive damage. Do you drop out of wolf form?
Yes, I do.
He says, that is one layer. How many more do we have? Did you make your Constitution saving throw?
You said it was 15?
Yes.
It was a 14.
Do you want to use any inspiration or anything like that?
Well,
As I
already
begin to
have this.
disconnect.
I'm supposed to call it ahead of time, so no, I can't.
That is right. If I hey guys, am I frozen?
You're frozen, but we can hear you.
I know. Isn't this amazing?
That was me last week.
Okay, so you take 1 stack of exhaustion, Nony. And Strahd's turn is over. I'm sorry it took so long. Marcus, you're up.
Man, time cube Strahd already. Jeez.
It's a long turn. I
I
don't know
run
why
over-
I'm frozen.
I
This is
run
weird.
over and I say,
The-
in this world, there is the light. It is time to come back, child. And I cast lay on hands,
On who?
and you revive.
Oh,
Okay.
I
I'm the
missed.
person who's dying.
You're prone again. So you're up, but
Man,
put the prone.
buzzkill my RP. Who's on it?
What's
the
more-
only person dying.
What's more than a buzzkill than me sitting here, frozen? Oh, there I am. My camera's gone. Now it's back. I'm now a bald man with a skull looking at you. Fantastic. Good job, Zoom.
As
Let's.
your eyes blink awake, you see me, and I open up my visor, and I'm like, hi.
Hi.
You ain't dying on my watch. The light is strong.
He spends a legendary action as Nony is in front of him. He says, I will take the amber from you, since it is not worthy to be held by you. As he attacks with full force, you take 23 points of necrotic damage in your elf form. Are you down?
Yes, I am.
Nony begins taking
Oh,
death
shit.
saving throws.
Oh fuck.
I will now, by the way, there is a house rule which talks about keeping death saving throws on a daily basis until you do a long rest. We do not do that rule. But I reset for Mist, for instance, I reset her death saving throws. Put the as you go unconscious, Nony, dropping to 0, you take 1 stack of exhaustion. So even though Marcus is bringing you guys up, like little Cracker Jacks, or like whatever, you take a stack of exhaustion every time you drop to 0. So it prevents the sort of like jumping jack thing. If you get to 3 stacks, so Nony now has 2 stacks of exhaustion. She moves at half speed. Let's go to who's next? Nony is up.
Marcus?
Marcus just healed you.
Oh, wait,
Nony is not up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have any awesome bonus actions? Probably not. It's just someone else's turn.
There I started my video back up for some reason. Nony, what are you doing? As you're right in front of
Death
Strahd.
saving throw.
That is correct. You do not roll your death saving throw. The death saving throws are rolled in secret. And I turn over the token. It is now Ireena's turn, as Strahd makes a legendary action. A move action to go through
Stop
your bag. Nony, he pulls out the amber. Remove it from your character sheet. As he looks over your dead body, he says, unworthy. He says, this will do for your tribute today. What else do you guys do? It is now the next person. Ireena is up.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Did you write out the spells? And you know what I'm talking about.
You could, if you want to make one up right now, that's fine.
No, I'm asking if you wrote them out from the list that I gave you.
I did not. I saw the Google Excel sheet and stuff like that. Did you delete it? It's saved
No,
on
I
Google
have
Sheets.
it up. I have it up. I was wondering because I kind of
I signed off on it. It's okay. Yeah, use it. What do you want to
Okay.
do? What are you trying to do?
How many people would you say could I cast Enhanced Agility on?
At what level spell?
It's a level 2.
We'll say D4 people.
D4 people? Okay.
Yeah, and it'll give him like we'll say it gives him like a bless ability, like a D4 to any. We'll actually say it gives him a D6 to any dexterity rolls.
Ooh.
Ah.
Ooh.
Okay.
You need to be
I
touching
got a
people, by the
3.
way.
No, it's a special thing.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
she's using.
So 3 people. So I'm gonna do myself, Mist, and Marcus, and I'm gonna book it the hell out of here. I'm following Alistair's path. I am just
As
Last
you run
time
off,
you ran.
leaving.
as you run off, Ireena, he says, you run after Alistair. I'm assuming to the Martikovs,
Yeah.
and he says, it makes no difference where you run, Ireena. I will find you.
Damn, I'll try.
You will be mine.
No, you can damn well try.
Okay, let's go down the line to Esmeralda. As Strahd will make a legendary action to Esmeralda. As he pockets the amber into his thing, and he looks at you and he says, do you think your tribute is enough today? Now that I have the amber.
Yeah, that's what you want, right? Are we good to go?
Give me your gold.
Oh, my gold. What if I have something even more valuable?
Like. We have to kind of, so this is your kind of like turn then, I guess. You're talking with Strahd. You have a ring?
I do have a ring. A ring you might want, Strahd.
And he pulls out, he looks at the ring, right? This is Ambericius's ring.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where'd you get that?
He holds out his hand. That's how far we'll get in the turn. And he looks down at Nony's dead body.
Wait. Okay. Okay.
Okay. See, combat is slowing down. It's kind of breaking combat. Let's go down to Mallory.
Mm-hmm.
He looks around, so you guys are kind of beat up, and he's kind of like amusing.
Shitballs, I'm like so far away.
He sees that you're kind of untouched, though, Esmeralda. He's a little disappointed.
Shit. I'm
Just
gonna.
run. Just run.
Yeah, but like everyone's running like over here. Oh shit, I don't have the thing. Everyone's running like over here, and I'm like all the way over here.
I think he regenerated this 8 hit points, if I'm not mistaken, but the 14 radiant damage stay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Nony
Yeah,
is
I'm sure.
bleeding out currently on the battlefield.
Okay, can I? No, I can't.
I got
do
her.
that.
I got it.
Okay, I'm just gonna do double movement here and like.
Are you
try and
sprinting
get
off the
away.
battlefield, Mallory?
Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to like get where Ireena and A.L.A.S.T.O.R are going,
Sure.
but like yeah.
He laughs. Soon, playthings. Okay, let's go down the line to Alistair is left already. Alistair got the memo like 2-3 turns ago. He's gone.
Alistair's
Strahd is
smart.
not spending any. He's kind of talking with. He spends a legendary action to talk with Esmeralda. He says, he pulls out the amber and he says, do you think I need this druid trinket to beat you?
Of course not.
He drops it like it's a stone on the ground. He just like a piece of junk to him. He swipes the ring from your hand quickly, though. Do you willingly give it to him?
Yes.
He just takes it. That's his legendary action. We go down the line. Who's up next?
Missed.
Mist, you're up.
Boom.
Okay, so apparently I can crawl. Can I crawl over to Nony?
You can crawl,
You can
but you can
stand
stand up for 15 movement. We changed the prone rules, so it's like
can
better.
I get to her in 15 movement from where I'm at?
You can sprint over to her.
But I want to be able to heal
Oh, I'm
her.
sorry. You can't sprint. You don't have a ranged healing spell at all?
Not available. They're all slots are gone. So I need
We
to
will
get
say
over
it
to
takes
her.
you can do it by next round. We'll move you behind the tree over here. How's that sound?
All right.
You stand up because you have to stand up from being prone unless Marcus wants to help you or something like that. Stand up.
Did you help me
Yes.
stand up? Okay,
Marcus like
good.
lifts you up and I'll allow you to get over to Nony.
Okay, I'm over to Nony. I am going to cast Cure Wounds on Nony.
Okay, roll it.
5. 8. Sorry, 8.
Okay. And Strahd takes the ring back. He looks at it. As combat is kind of slowing down a little bit. We're just going to say combat is broken. since Strahd is not attacking you anymore for some reason. He's gotten his ring, but he looks over at Esmeralda. He holds out his hand. Yeah, all of your gold. He asks for all your gold. I will allow you to make like a persuasion roll or a deception roll if you want to kind of juke it a little bit. You have 5 seconds.
I'll give him all my gold.
You drop all your coin onto the ground.
I drop all my gold.
Acceptable, because that's what he asked for, I guess, right? He quickly he's kind of
That's what he
slowly
wanted.
he kind of slowly bends over. He's like baiting you to attack him.
Yes. As I go to hand it to him, I'm going to try to swipe the ring back.
The ring is now pocketed in his pouch. You'd have to make a sleight of hand
A
check.
sleight of hand.
Okay.
Yeah, 13.
It's rolled against his perception. Now, I've tried to obviously, like, I've given you guys plenty of warning that Strahd is very perceptive. He reaches out and he grabs your hand.
Oh, 10.
Essentially, he swipes at your hand. I'm going to allow him to get an attack roll on you, Esmeralda. As you've reached out, he sees it. He smirks a little bit right before he swipes your hand with full force. He hits you with a 25. As you take 24 hit points of damage. What happens, Esmeralda? Do you drop dead?
No.
What's your total HP?
55.
Okay, so you don't take massive damage. But it hurts you like a motherfucker, right? As like a Mack truck of necrotic energy hits you. And he says, go along now. Do you run off?
Yeah, I'll leave.
He tries to trip you on the way out. The trip is a called shot. I know I'm kind of breaking.
Can I do a dex saving?
Come on,
Yes,
man.
I'll let you make a dex save as he hits as he kicks your foot.
I got 12.
You fall face first into the earth. What is else everybody doing?
The old Charlie Brown. Oh,
Okay.
we're done.
We're pretty much broken combat, like I said, because he's not really going after anybody else. As he's looked around the battlefield, he sees all you guys. Your asses has all been kicked and stuff
Oh,
like
now
that.
that you've moved out of the path.
You
Oh, wait,
take
did
off.
someone pick up the amber?
He dropped the amber to the ground. He looks over at Nony to see what she'll do.
Yeah, I'm on the ground. I could take the amber, right?
You want to take the amber?
I didn't get away.
He tripped you as you were leaving. The amber
Yeah,
is
so I'm
laying on the ground. Yep, the amber is right there. As you try to pick it up, he puts his boot on the amber. What do you do?
Man.
He says, "How badly do you want it?" Prove it to me.
Can I take out my dagger and stab him in the foot?
You want to try to attack Strahd?
I just want to, have everything on it,
I'll let you make
He
an
put-
attack
he
roll
put-
with advantage. Because his foot is right
Put
there.
his boot on my,
Yes. If anybody else wants to do anything while him and Strahd and Esmeralda are kind of interacting, be my guest to chime in. That's a hit.
Okay, I mean, I hit him.
Yeah, it might be a critical though. So,
Oh, yeah, it's not a crit. I just,
Yes.
I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just trying to be like.
the
yeah,
boot. It goes into his boot. He says, he just shakes his head as he takes his other foot and kicks you across the face to try to knock you out.
Esmeralda, please.
And he knocks you out, I'm assuming, with a wave of necrotic energy.
I'm still up, technically. I still have 1 hit point.
You have 1 hit point left as you're barely alive. And he says, "Swear your fealty to me, and I will let you have the stone." What do? As his arms are kind of forced across. Everybody else has, I guess, left the battlefield. I don't know where Nony's
I'm
at.
watching.
Okay.
Nony would like to do something.
Go ahead, chime in.
Nony's going to conjure animals.
Okay.
She's going to conjure an owl.
As you begin to cast it, we have to admit he sees you casting magic. He counterspells you. Counterspell has changed. It's actually been nerfed. Nony and I make opposing D20 rolls. I'm trying to wrap it up, guys, as best I can. I roll a d20. Nony rolls a d20 as well.
Do I get advantage because I'm a warcaster?
No, it's not like that. What did I roll?
Oh,
I rolled a 20.
Oh, God.
The counter spell goes off, and your charm thinks. He looks over at Nony. He flies over to Nony,
Oh God.
and he says, "Swear your fealty to me, Druid, and I will let you have the stone. Prove to me that you are as great as the archdruids of old." What do you do?
Can I give you my gold instead?
The stone is meaningless to
Hey,
me.
he moved. He
Give
moved.
me
I
all
can
your
get this
gold.
now.
Do you give him all your gold? All your
Yeah.
coin? You give him all the coin? He says, "Excellent. Now be gone, peasant."
Do I get to my stone?
You see Mist, who just said that she picked it up in the background
got it.
behind Strahd.
Yeah.
Then
You guys
I
all
will-
take
I
off?
will be on my way.
Yeah.
You guys all take off. Strahd says, he looks at it and you just hear him cackling. As you look back, he's like gone. He's like a mist of vapor or whatever, right? And we'll pick up our game next game there, as Nony has now gotten the stone back from Strahd. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is the way the module's kind of written. I know Strahd is beating the shit out of you guys, but that's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, it is what it is. Running is always an option, as Alistair has
As I
learned.
tried to do.
I know,
Yeah.
but you kind of are baiting
I
him
was
and stuff
so
like that.
sure that Azor was gonna die immediately.
Yeah.
I was
So
hoping A.L.A.S.T.O.R would just.
we begin next game in the woods. You have the gemstone. I'm going to unlock the gemstone, link it in our Discord under the World Anvil page.
Identify the spear.
I can if you.
We will. The spear is special. It's magical. We'll pick that up next game too. There's specific attributes to it. Certain people in the party. I will make. Well, you guys want to do the spear right now? So I'll identify it right now, or do you want to do it later? Okay, so we'll have a roll, a d20 roll between Nony, Esmeralda, and I think that's it. Roll d20. Whoever has the highest roll is the chosen one of the spear.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
See you later, Marcus. Thanks for
See ya.
showing up.
Yep.
18.
What did you get, Nony?
16.
16. Unfortunately, Esmeralda is the chosen one. That means the spear is a +2 spear if she wields it. And I will link it out.
Anyway.
Exactly. But that's the way it's written in the module. So you're now the chosen one of the spear, Esmeralda. So it's a +2 spear. It's magical, and there's additional attributes to it. If you kill someone with the spear, it's like a vampiric spear. You gain 2d6 HP. It's built out of the Gulthais Tree. I will link it in Discord.
That's pretty good.
What else do we need to identify? There's one last thing. The stone. To wrap up the stone is very magical. Beyond just restoring the Gaia tree, Nony, which is a part of your great quest. There's more stones in Barovia. This stone it hums a little bit as you've gotten it. You're battered and beat up.
I still have.
It's magical. You've given it to Nony, I'm assuming, right?
No, within 10 seconds, you don't have it anymore.
So Nony has this stone.
She'll just bite your hand. Not even in wolf form.
The stone like hums with like fey-powered energy. It's searching for its sisters. It's the best way I'm trying to describe it, isn't like an emotion to you. And as you feel it, you know that there's more than one stone. But there's also, let's have you make a nature check, and you can use your fate point, and I'll reveal more information to you.
I would like to use my inspiration and
Go
then
ahead.
decide if I would like to use my fate point.
Sounds like a plan, as this is a key part of the story.
Oh,
Big
22.
brain. Ooh.
I don't even need to use any.
I will use the inspiration since you called it out. You can roll it again if you get a nat 20, maybe.
No. But 22.
I kind of want to whisper this to Nony in secret. I have to figure out what I want to tell her in secret, in Discord or Zoom or something like that. And there's a lot more information. Yeah, I mean, so there's just more information regarding the stone. Unless Nony just says, I want to tell you guys all about it.
I'll just tell him all about it.
Okay.
He doesn't keep secrets.
The stone is a serious artifact in, like, the druid circle. You have to take the stone back to the circle. It needs to be, the area that it was at needs to be consecrated once again. The stone is tying into the environment. It's how Strahd maybe controls the weather and other things of Barovia. You don't know how the stone was made, even though you rolled so high, but it's calling out to more information. It's calling out to more stones, more sister stones, I'll say. Let me kind of tone down the music a little bit. So, like, basically, what else should I say about this? It requires a consecration. You need to go back and bless and change the druidic circle to make it holy again, basically. If you want to, you can turn it right. But there might be a test. A druidic test. You're remembering this because the archdruids told you about it. As you actually have the stone, it's able to relay this information. If you do that, the stone is lost to Barovia, essentially, to hold the power of, against Strahd. So you have to make a trade, essentially. Do you want to weaken Strahd or take the stone for future use to help out the Great Gaia Tree in the Azrai Forest? I'm trying not to be as metagamey as possible. This is also an addition type thing that was added onto the Curse of Strahd by other DMs. So I'm trying to just relay the information. There's a lot more to the story, but I've explained it, I think, enough. The stone is very powerful. It's able to bring, like, plants and things to life. Or you can give the stone to the Martikovs, and they can restore the winery. You have a lot of different options to do.
That's much farther down the list.
Sure. And you don't know, this is just more information. Remember, Madame Eva told you about the other stone, where it was, I think, right? From our other game, our first or second game in Barovia. So there's other sister stones out there. I will tell you how many there are, other stones. There's 3 stones in total. It hums out in a number of 3. You've acquired one of the stones. Congratulations. Now, I've thought about it. So each one of you guys have like a individual quest that is really centered around your character. This is sort of a quest centered to Nony. If you complete the quest in a quote-unquote satisfactory way, that's just up to my arbitration. I've thought about giving you guys a bonus level. So that's just something to think about. I don't know. It's because it's such a super RP moment. Like Ireena has one. Everyone kind of has one. I think everyone has one. I've thought about one. So, and I've thought about a way to kind of do it. It might come at the end of the Curse of Strahd. It might come during it. But it's a way to sort of, it's a strong like RP one. Well, you've already renounced Voltune.
I mean, you just...
Oh no, Nony
pretty
froze
sure
up.
some consequences on that, man.
If I'm right, you should lose all your
Throw
powers.
that out there. Actions internally. Yours comes from external sources. There might be
I
some...
still follow Nony here. Just that fault.
Yeah, I think
This
she's
was just
not
really
happy.
corrupted by
Except for
her
we did
fuzziness.
feel her there. We felt her at the temple.
Yes, you did. The Shrine of Voltune.
And Mist has a thing in mind. It's okay, guys. It's okay.
You can't just
The
go.
DM knows. The DM knows what's.
I don't know anything. I'm just going along
You
like
know a
everybody
little
else.
bit. You know a little bit.
Not much. But I'm having fun. I mean, as long as you got... Do you have any other questions about the stone, Nony? I'm going to link it. It's a really cool picture. I'll link it later when I pull it and unlock it out of World Anvil. Basically, it's just a very powerful residual thing. And again, you can tell me if you want to do something else that we haven't mentioned. It's powerful enough to raise this tree out of it. And if it was blessed by like a sacred good druid who knows what powers or something you can unlock. You could fasten it into the staff. You know, it's just a really powerful item, you know, and there's 3 of them in Barovia. Now, like I've described to you, that there's consequences to each one of your actions. So it's not just an easy cut-of-the-line path. You as a character, you have to decide what you want to do with it. You did roll extremely high in your nature check. So I'm telling you pretty much everything about the stone that you should know. There's more story to it, and maybe that might change the outcome of your decision, but who knows when and where you guys will encounter that part of the story. This part of the adventure was pretty combat heavy. I'm guessing, by the way, guys, next game probably not going to be so combat heavy, so probably mostly RP. As you guys kind of wandered into a level 8 zone area, I think.
Oh.
So that's why this stuff was kind of harder too.
Yikes.
Explainable.
Yeah.
So interesting.
But hey, we melted the boss. That's what matters.
That Gulthais Tree, by the way, was a custom-made monster by another DM, so I just used their stat sheet. And it's pretty cool. It's just a CR5 monster. So I thought that was pretty cool. Any other questions, guys?
Teamwork, guys.
I guess not. Sorry, I kind of bolted on everyone at the start there, but A.L.S.T.O.R didn't have many other options. He had already used up most of his higher level spell
You did a
slots.
lot with the trees, so it's fine.
I was playing on staying stealthy the whole time, and then Strahd came over to fight Nony, and I picked the wrong tree to hide behind.
Don't worry,
A.L.S.T.O.R
I got
does
you.
have a very high medicine check too, so something for the
Aw.
future. But yeah, I wasn't trying to leave everyone for dead, but I didn't have much character reason to be there after I.
I hope that we get to Alistair's Master soon, because I need parts to fix the boomstick. I rolled like 3 nat ones in that game. I was so upset.
Yeah, you rolled
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
I gave
was
her
like-
my curse. You now have it. It's good luck.
Yeah, like Percy's not happy with me today. Percy's disappointed in me.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Jamie's still okay.
I'm just happy Strahd didn't ask her the same questions that you two got.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't have given up the money. Whereas
A.L.S.T.O.R
Nony was like,
physically
money
has
for
nothing
that
to
and me? That's not a question.
I linked the picture of the gemstone. I can't unlock the article to it because there's more information there. That's for me to help out, put together the story. So that's kind of what it looks like. It's quite large. You know, it's probably the size of a large egg, I would say, like this big. It's pretty
Like
big.
an ostrich
I'm
egg.
saying the weight of it is probably like 7 pounds. So it's pretty heavy.
Hefty.
But it could be fastened onto a staff, I'm thinking, or just this is your opportunity to be creative. There's so many options to do with this, and this is a part, since our pregame way back when, Nony, when we first talked about your character backstory, this is a part of your character backstory. So there's many things that could be done, and I don't know how you as a character want to do them.
I'm fairly certain I know what I'm doing with it.
Great.
If we would have known Strahd could have been there, you could have given that stone to A.L.S.T.O.R and he could have just catapulted it off towards the Martikovs for you. Just gotten rid of it so he didn't have to worry about losing it.